Welcome to the podcast. If you want to see what this is all about, stay tuned till later and all will be revealed. We got Joey, stylist, today, and he's going to show you how we got into this state. And it wasn't just because of the wine this time. Welcome, Joey, friend of the studio, friend of all of us. How are you doing, Joe?
Yeah, good. Tired.
Why's that?
I don't know, since the pandemic, I'm just tired all the time.
All the time.
But I've not had COVID yet, so I haven't got long COVID or anything.
You
probably have, you just...
No, I have not had it. I am the cure. They just haven't discovered me yet.
They need to sample you and then
Sample my blood and they'll realise I am actually Wolverine.
get you back out into the public.
Exactly. But no, I haven't had it.
Nice. Well, I think I've had it a couple of times, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm unique, man. I like to be unique and different, so I haven't had it.
Yeah. Well, tell us about, you were saying earlier about before we come on, about how the pandemic affected you.
Oh, God, it was awful. Where do I start? So I had my new TV show coming out called You Are What You Wear on BBC One. And we were all planned to do press, TV shows, absolutely everything. And then the pandemic hit, so we couldn't do any PR whatsoever. So like This Morning, all the Loose Women, we all got cancelled from absolutely everything. So when the show came out, it was in the height of the pandemic.
So like building up in that February, March time, was it?
Yeah, so the show was supposed to come out in May, and then it got pushed to June, which was really annoying because we done spring autumny colours and clothes for the styling, but it got pushed back because Question Time needed to take a slot, and we were the newest show. So we got budged to June while Question Time did their whole debate about COVID.
Out. Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was difficult. It was really hard. I couldn't work. I think we were closed down for over a year, so I couldn't even do any studio work.
Yeah.
So just writing for magazines. That's all I
did.
did for most of the time in lockdown.
Yeah.
But it's affected my career massively.
What magazines do you write for?
Oh, anything that my publisher would get me. So it would be something like, it could be anything from a column talking about how to do a spring clean on your wardrobe in lockdown for the Daily Mail, or it might be something for a fashion magazine or a blog post. So, and I get paid individually for each story I wrote. So that was my bread and butter through the pandemic.
Yeah. That's good though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I like writing, so it was a good thing. And I was sitting at home on my own for 18 months. So just me and my dog Buddy.
Yeah. Getting through your rations. Did you have rations at the time?
So I did, because I'm into
Hold on, I think we've got to address the situ for that one.
Go on then.
What's situ?
Just
what, my obsession?
Just the whole prepping situ.
Yes, but I'm not a prepper.
Yes, you are. You're a self-proclaimed prepper.
I don't like to go by the name of prepper because it starts then going down to the dark web and conspiracy theories and these like Republicans being like, yeah, we're all gonna die, and it's not like that for me. I'm a survivalist.
Survivalist.
Right.
You wouldn't call a bisexual gay, would you? I'm a survivalist.
Right, okay.
So I do have it's weird, but I've always been interested in like zombie apocalypse and like the end of the world. So I've read nearly every book post-apocalyptic or dystopian, and I just started off collecting things. And my brother's in the military, so I kind of got some bits through that. And then I just started collecting, and then it went from being like a duffel bag to a full wardrobe of survival things.
How long do you reckon you could survive?
I've already worked it out.
Go on.
So if there's two of us, it'd be 6 months, which is fine because we wouldn't be able to go outside if it was a nuclear attack for the first 3 months. But if it was me on my own, which it probably would be, 6 months, well, a year.
It's decent.
Yeah.
But a year on your own, it would be like lockdown all over again.
Yeah, but the thing is where my bathroom is, because it hasn't got an outside window and it's in the middle of the house, that would be where I would have to hide if there was a nuclear attack.
Yeah.
But
Because you're not allowed to be near windows, right?
No, I've got the blackout paint and the foil to put on the windows if it happens.
Well, so you just start painting like
so
when you
as
get
soon as what would happen?
Yeah, go on.
Everyone cracks up at this because I am not the person you look at and think, oh, he's a survivalist.
I'm just going to move that.
What are you moving?
It's making me anxious. Just the fact your mic might be
is it?
making...
Mike, stay still.
Oh, what, rub him?
But yeah. So what was I saying?
What would happen?
So what would happen? So you've all had the emergency alert from the government, so that's the test run. But you would have got that anyway. They would have put out an emergency thing, but some people wouldn't have got it. Where now everyone will get it. But they'd give you a 45-minute to an hour warning to say that they've registered that their nuclear warhead has been released, and then you would have an hour.
Joey's like, yes, let's
Yeah,
go.
an hour. So you'd have an hour to prep yourself before it hit. And if it hit London, I would get 40 minutes from it hitting London to coming to here in the
Takes
local area.
its time, doesn't it? And
Yeah, you've got almost like an hour and 45 minutes to paint the windows and block yourself in.
But in a film, it happens much quicker than that.
Yeah, well, they're just... Can you imagine sitting in the
For
cinema
3 hours,
and you're like...
it hasn't hit yet.
It's an hour and 45 minutes and it still
That's
hasn't hit.
But why black paint?
Because the special paint I've got is a blackout paint and it refracts the radiation.
It's designed to do that.
Yeah, and I've got
The
the
gamma
foil.
radiation.
So when you paint, while it's still wet, you put the foil on the window and it will stick and then it will refract the...
You know I know where you live.
Yeah, we'll try and get in, babe. With my throwing axes and my... I can't say one.
Buddy will
I
let
can,
me
you can.
in, it's all right.
So my dad recently, and you are allowed to have them, so I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say about it, but my dad has recently given me a crossbow. So I'm Daryl now. See it?
Oh yeah,
Daryl.
you picked your thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to
I've
be
got
Daryl
a-
from Walking Dead. Just need to get
I've
my
got
bike.
an unsharpened, what's it called? Samurai sword. So I'm Michonne.
Well, unsharpened.
Oh,
what are you
yeah,
going to do?
Michelle.
Cut sandwiches.
Oh, you sure?
I'm pretty close to Michonne. Who else has got a samurai sword?
I'm gonna be Carol because I'm going fucking karate already. So
Carol's a legend, though.
yeah,
Carol is a
no.
legend.
You could go through
Exactly.
that sad bit that she went through where she was such a liability.
Yeah.
That annoyed me.
She comes out the other side, though, so it's
Yeah, but you needed her to be this weakling that turned into like the ultimate, like she's amazing. I love Carol. She's one of my favourite characters.
Yeah.
No, I'm obsessed with. There's a book called How to Survive a Zombie Apocalypse, and when I was on Twitter, I've not been on Twitter for years, but when I read it, I tweeted the author and I said, it's the same author who done World War Z.
Wow.
And I said, I did it's a choose what you want adventure book sort of thing, but it's
Yeah.
how to survive, and there's only one way you can survive. There's like 40 different ways that you'll die. And I read it and I survived after the first read. And I was like, so I tweeted the guy and he went, I wrote the book and after I read it took me 3 times to survive. And I was like, he went, no one's ever read that book and survived first time. And I was like, well, I did.
There you go.
Survivalist.
Survivalist. Well, I'm coming to your house.
But yeah, I've been training
Actually,
in
no,
lockdown. I was
I'd
training
rather
with a
die.
throwing axe.
But your neighbours love that.
Well,
Are you doing it in the garden?
I was doing it in the front garden.
Front
On
garden.
a stump. But I'm really good with throwing axe now. I wouldn't
Like-
want to mess with me.
Bradley Thorin or whatever his name is, that guy out with the axe chopping wood.
I'm literally, he's amazing. But no, it wouldn't even be for chopping wood. But I've got everything from life straws. So I can go down to the toilet and drink straight from the toilet and it will clean it for me.
How much have you invested into
I've not
all
done
your-
like armoured vehicles and bought like an island on a lake.
If
But
you could
I
buy a tank, you actually would, though.
I don't know. If I had the money, I would buy a tank and I would buy an island in the middle of a lake. But I don't know because it's been over 15 years. But I predicted, I think it was 15 years ago, I found one of my old diaries in lockdown. I predicted that we was going to have a worldwide lockdown. It was going to happen I said 10 years, but I was 5 years out. But my friends, they always say, you said this like 10 years ago. I even predicted that a celebrity would come in and be the president in America, and it would be someone that would ruin the country. And Trump. Trump.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's a
It's
freak.
all about
I quite
social,
like it. You
looking
don't-
at social predictions.
When they sent all the alarms, my wife was like, "Are we gonna die?"
I'm so underwhelmed.
But she was just like, she knew they were coming.
Yeah.
They knew it was a practice alarm. She was, does that mean that they're gonna tell us we're gonna
They shocked
die?
us all though, because I did it 1 minute early, didn't they?
Oh, did
Yeah.
they?
Yeah, I was sitting there and I was
Actually,
like,
do you not
oh,
know
1
that?
minute to go and it went off and I
They,
went,
did it,
oh.
they set it off like 1 minute early, so they can't even get that right.
No.
Yeah, but I don't get how people, there was all these conspiracies going around on TikTok where people were like, you have to turn your phone off 3 days before
Yeah, otherwise
because you won't be able to use it. But there was, when you got the alarm, there was no acceptance button. You didn't have to press anything.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
No, it just went off.
It just went
Yeah,
off.
it just went
There
off.
was no, so all on the news, BBC, ITV, Sky News, they were all saying when you get it, you have to accept. And I think that was just what made people go into a frenzy. I just think people turned their phone off for 3 days before.
Right.
And then it was 2 days after, 5 days they didn't have their phone for nothing.
Dan turned off.
Dan was really
emergency
proud of himself
notifications.
because when it went off, he was like, mine's already off.
Yeah, but
See?
it would make
It's
no
not buzzing.
difference. I think that's what the funniest thing is when you saw everyone talking about it on TikTok and then radio silence. No one's talked about the fact that, actually, there was no
It's no
acceptance and it was nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's just basically like a text message service that comes up. That's all it is, to warn you. But people are turning it off, and I'm like, I'd want to know so I can prepare to survive.
Do you think the reason they implemented it is because they think something's going to happen? Like...
Oh, 100%. I
like,
think I've got my predictions. I put it out on my Instagram stories.
Well, no, because it might be correct.
I think they've put this into play because of what's happening with Russia, and it's just getting us ready for what's coming. But it's going to be it won't be like World War II. It'll be, first of all, it'll be all cyber attacks on things like emergency service telephone lines and things like that to stop people from being able to call. Bank accounts, they'll hack that. And yeah, I just sound like an absolute lunatic, but I promise you I'm not.
How much is your black paint?
Do you like crave that?
How much was the black paint?
Yeah.
I think I've got it.
It's probably worth investing in just a pot of black paint, just have around.
I can't remember. I can send you the link of where I got it from.
Yeah.
Do you crave that kind of stuff? Like when you say about cyber attacks and like things going really wrong with the country, like I almost get like an excitement for it, which is just awful for like war.
Right, it's
like some like crazy change in our life. Like it will shift everything.
But you grew up with the Hunger Games being like real life kind of thing, wasn't it?
Did I?
Did you?
What?
I thought it was like the Hunger Games was like the...
Like when we were younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
I got into
that was reality.
late.
That was like the dystopian future.
That's a film.
Yeah, but it's
that's
kind of
what it
like
means.
you're going through the
Like,
Hunger Games
you
at the
watched
moment.
it when you were younger, so therefore you might be like, oh,
No,
I want to try
I have
this.
forgotten you do not watch films so much.
No, yeah, I do watch Hunger Games. I have watched Hunger Games.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
just got a bit
for
lost
me,
then.
it's because of games, video games. That's what.
No, I just
got me
crave
into-
change and like fucked up change.
No,
Wow.
I will be honest with you. There is a part of me that would just like the idea of worrying about food, water,
Yeah.
and shelter, and that's it.
Yeah.
You
And
like
then-
the
I get
idea
it.
of worrying about that.
Yeah.
Just that's it. Imagine you don't have to pay
But
no
that-
bills, work. All you've got to do is scavenge for your food or grow your
Stay
food
alive, like,
and just
there's-
stay alive.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but if it's a nuke bomb, it's
That's a little bit
radiation
scarier.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's
I've
scarier.
got
That's not
soap
as-
to clean myself. I've got the hazmat suits.
but that's
I've got
not how-
gas masks.
yeah.
But it wouldn't be
Yeah.
every.
your Amazon
It wouldn't.
list.
They'd have to shoot. They'd have to like just put nuclear bombs in every single major city for it to affect the whole country. But they wouldn't. Even though,
South City now as well.
yeah, they wouldn't bother with Southend. Even
Looks
though
like
it
it's
would,
been nuked
it would get
already.
to the wave, the shockwave. If they dropped it, if Russia put down their second strongest nuclear weapon, the shockwave would reach to Basildon. Anything from London to Basildon would be incinerated if it was outside.
This is a good chat about the industry, by the way.
Yeah.
Such a good chat. But then, you know, this
How do
is
we
the
go on
thing.
to that?
Because we do 10 minutes of whatever we want to talk about, and I need you to get the lowdown on survival techniques. So
Yeah, I know it's so funny because everyone always rings. I'm very like the Bear Grylls to my friends. They always call me up when I need. Oh, if we were out camping and we need to make something, I'm like within 5 minutes. I'm like,
You're just the mum.
here's one I made earlier, and pull it out, and it's like a campfire I built or something like that. I'm good survivalist, and also I don't know. I just like the idea of seeing, like, you know, as soon as that, I always say to my mum and dad, like, as soon as anything like that happens, life's changed. There's none of this. If your mum falls behind, see ya. There's none of this run around. Because my dad was like, no, I would stay with your mother while she's being eaten. And I was like, well, you're a mug. You've gone where you could have survived with me and helped your kids survive. But no, you want to be the big hero.
Yeah,
Be the big
exactly.
hero.
I agree.
yeah, I always maintain that Laura would be dead. She's like, oh, at this point, like I'm just like, you wouldn't have made it past season 1 of this show.
I always say to my mum said, she'd go, oh no, I'd go outside when the wave hits and just be incinerated.
Because Laura would try and save our dog, and he's yappy, so like gone.
Oh, Buddy would survive with me.
would
I've
you
even made
guys-
him-
He's quiet.
Do you know I've made him an hazmat suit?
Oh,
I've made him
fuck's
an
sake.
hazmat suit for my dog. And you can buy dog
So you
gas
can walk
masks.
him.
I just need to get one. Add to the kit.
That's so funny.
I wouldn't take him for a walk out in
Imagine.
the post-apocalypse.
Seeing that.
While people were literally melting from the inside from radiation, being all like, "Wow." And I'd be like, sorry, I'll pick up the dog shit.
Oh, he'd have to poo in the suit.
You'd have to
Unless
poo
there's a little
inside.
hatch.
We wouldn't be able to leave for the first 3 months
Yeah.
from the bathroom, which is like,
Oh no.
So
it's
does
only
that mean
3
you're
months.
more prepared for a nuclear apocalypse over a zombie apocalypse?
I don't think there would ever be a zombie apocalypse unless it was something like 28 days later where it's like a rabies virus.
Right.
Or
Or what about
World War
Last of
Z.
Us?
In that case, I'm getting
Last
out
of
of
Us?
Southampton because it'll be.
Well, The
riddled.
Last of Us, they can't. That fungus that can go into ants, but the
Well,
temperatures.
maybe not cordyceps, but maybe something else.
Well, things evolve constantly. Look at all the animals that have evolved around Chernobyl. There's like
Yeah.
frogs and stuff that were like bright green and now they're black because they've evolved to bounce off the radiation.
That was like
That's a bit mad.
one of the biggest things in my childhood. Like there's the Chernobyl disaster. And I just,
Yeah, but have you
where
seen all the
think
dogs?
just like
There's thousands of stray dogs that live there and they've got radiation but they're not dying. They've evolved. All the puppies are evolving with stronger resilience to the radiation.
that's crazy. They might take
So
over the
that, yeah, that could happen. It could happen. There's people that have died from mold and fungus just growing in their houses. So it could happen. And if anything, it would be a human change to a species or something to do with like radiation. But I just find it's like a hobby. I don't think it's.
It's entertaining.
What about okay? So rate your favorite apocalyptic worlds out of zombie, nuclear. What else? What ones we got? Kind of like authoritarian.
Alien.
Yeah, alien.
This is so not my league. I don't know any of this.
So I would probably choose. I've watched nearly every dystopian or like end of world movie and series. So I would say zombie. Because it's not going to affect the environment. You can still grow things. You can still walk around and breathe without using the stuff. I don't want to have something like Hunger Games or Handmaid's Tale. That would be the worst. I'd rather nuclear. Than,
Right.
I'd rather be
Maze
walking through a
Runner.
barren
Then
world.
the government make like a weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thing.
rather than being like
Control.
America right now.
Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Blessed be the fruit. May the Lord open.
What about between like walking zombies and running zombies?
Oh, walking zombies, of course. 'cause-
No, of course, but I mean like
If it was running
what if it was a
zombies-
50-50? Then running zombies, is it worth even
Yeah,
chance?
but if it was like running zombies like in World War Z, I would inject myself with a virus like Brad Pitt did and I'll be alright. They'd just run past me if that was the case in that world.
Or cover yourself in blood.
guts. Yeah.
Yeah, we've all learnt that. I don't think that would work. Covering yourself in
And
blood.
I love how they used to do the little limp act. You know, like
At the start.
they'd cover themselves in
Yeah,
guts
yeah.
and then they'd like pretend and be like,
Yeah, but that doesn't really make sense because someone
would they
who's
know?
just been bitten would still be attacked and eaten by zombies if they just got bitten. So if they're say for instance they've pulled something, I don't think it would be that I can't imagine zombies smelling that somebody's got dead, but I think they would just know
Or
that
they're not. Yeah.
like a sixth sense because it's almost like an animal instinct for the zombies to eat people, and I don't think they'd be
Yeah.
like looking around being like, oh, is that one alive? I don't know. It's walking a bit funny.
Yeah.
That one just did the moonwalk. Get him.
Yeah, that unconvincing zombies get.
But no,
found
running
out.
zombies would be awful. Like 28 Days Later or World War Z.
Yeah.
Can you imagine them all running at you? Like they run fast as well, but I don't think it would be. It'd be more like reanimation, if anything. So I don't think they'd be able to run. But if it's something like a virus, which I think it would be, like a form of rabies virus, then yeah, they'd run because dogs who've got rabies, they are run and they are like you can't stop them. They will just keep coming at you. So
I think, yeah, if we got World War Z kind of zombies, just go to an island that no one's been on yet. Because if it's just you and like your family,
yeah, but you just said
Well,
that,
that
and the
was
start of World War Z, the book. There's
Yeah.
people on an island, and a World War II Nazi comes up on the beach where, in like I think they're in the Caribbean, and it just floated since Second World War underwater, and they're just still alive, and then just come up on the beach.
and then attack
That's
the
it.
people on the island.
So with this thing where you see, yeah, there would be a problem. Water's hard for them to walk in and stuff like that, but
If they wash up, then
They wash
they're
up,
still
that's
dead.
it.
And then there's zombies again.
To be fair, then you also have to get to the island, which I didn't really think about.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how to
both.
well,
fly.
I've
I don't
got
know
that
how-
sorted for me.
Why?
Because I've got a inflatable kayak ready to go, and I've got a rowboat in Shoebury which is ready to go.
What, stashed? Like
Stashed.
under some bushes?
No, it's in an old lady's garage because I bought it off her, and she said if you want to keep it here, you can if you want to ever use it. So, and she said to me, her son knows. I've spoke to him, so if anything happens to her, they'll let me know.
I've always thought like having a scuba diving kit would just be handy at some
Yeah,
point.
but have you seen them new things that are out? They're
Are
like
they
the
like little
breathe thing
ones?
for 10 minutes,
That'd be cool.
but they're really expensive.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
have seen that. Actually.
So like if all the water was on fire and you could be like, see you in 10 minutes.
That's it.
Go
Yeah,
on
but
then.
I do the
Swim
whole
over to
thing
Kent.
I've done it since I was a kid, that you hold your breath as long as they do on the movies.
Oh,
I've always
when
done
you're
that. So
watching a film.
and I've got asthma, so I can't breathe anyway, so I can hold my breath for a long time.
Have you done it in Alien Resurrection? That one where
Yeah.
that's
I've
crazy.
gone through
That's
the whole
like
thing
5
of holding
minutes.
my breath. I can hold my breath for quite... What's it, Kate Winslet?
What, so you watch the film and you hold your breath while
Whenever
they hold
someone
their
goes
breath?
underwater, I hold my breath.
What about Leo in Titanic?
Why the fuck would you do that?
Well, actually, it was Kate Winslet in...
He never comes up.
He never comes up.
In Avatar.
He's floating down. Avatar.
Everyone's
Kate
talking
Winslet
about
just broke the
Titanic.
world record, didn't she?
Yeah, for 6 minutes,
Seven?
7 minutes.
7 minutes,
She
something.
beat Tom Cruise.
I know, seriously.
Oh, for an actor and actress? Or actress to...
I think
As
in
in-
general.
Yeah, in general. No, it's the world record. Kate Winslet's got the world record of
Really?
holding
For apnea,
holding her
like,
breath
breath?
for doing
That's
the new
brilliant.
Avatar movie.
Movies are boring.
I love movies. My dad was
I
a
love
video man.
movies.
Grew up with movies. I had my own blockbusters in our house. Do you remember Video Men? Used to come around your house and rent your videos, and you rent them for a week, and then they'd come back and you'd...
No, we used to go to a shop in Benfleet.
oh, the one on the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go there.
Yeah, so there's the one on the hill going down, and then halfway between the Magnet and like Runnymede or whatever, there was one.
Well, in the 80s, they used to have video men that used to come, like, they'd pull down the street like an ice cream van with a, like, they'd have a van where you could rent videos. Almost
I
like
don't
a...
remember that.
Yeah, my dad was one. He started first one in the UK. It was quite a big thing in America.
Right.
So we had a room that was like huge with shelves of all VHSs on it. So when a new movie come out, when it was released to Blockbusters for rental, before it came, because it used to be cinema, rental, and then released to video.
Yeah.
My dad used to pay like 70 quid for one tape, and that was with the rights to
Renting
rent it.
out, right, okay.
So all my friends used to come around. We used to be like, "What movie do you want?" And it'd be like there was a double room of just shelves of
That's crazy.
movies. So I've always been obsessed with movies. I've got over 3,000 DVDs.
Go on, what's your favourite film? Have you got a favourite?
Do you know what? Actually, I wrote a list. I think on my phone. I started writing a list of my favourite music because people ask me this on dating apps.
Oh,
So I thought if I just go in there, I could copy and paste. She hates it. This is life now when you're nearly 40 and you're on dating apps. But my favourite movie...
Would have ended myself by then.
Really? Where is
Yeah.
it?
Fuck that.
440.
Here you go, my favourite.
25 Club.
So my favourite movie is Memoirs of a Geisha.
What is that?
Because I love the books. It's a really good film.
Is it a gay film? Like gay movie?
Memoirs of a Geisha? No.
Is that what it's called?
Memoirs of a Geisha is about
Oh, I didn't say that because of that.
what happened just before the Second World War, and it's about the life of this young girl who gets taken from like a village in the middle of nowhere, her and her sister, and they become geishas. So
Oh, what geisha is.
like a prostitute.
It's kind of, but like they make them up with like, and they've all got like really good manners and they pour tea and all.
Yeah,
sorts of
they're
stuff.
like almost respectful prostitutes, but they don't sell their bodies. They sell their talents and entertainment. So when men used to have like their drink sessions, they used to come in and serve them and play instruments and do dances for them. And then what they do is they bid for their virginity.
Have you
So
ever
men would bid
had
for
an encounter
They had
with
to
a
be
prostitute
virgins.
before?
Yeah, loads.
Have you?
Yeah, I always end up chatting to prostitutes.
I've had two. I've hugged one.
A prostitute.
Yeah. On New Year's Eve.
I'm pro sex work.
Yeah.
If I was better looking, I would be like, yeah, sell myself.
I don't
OnlyFans.
like. I think it's sad, but whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
it's people.
and then-
What's sad? What I find sad is that people give it away for free with someone they met on a night out, and then some girl's getting like 80 quid a blow. So well done, good on her. Think of how many you've had in your mouth that you've done for free.
What are you?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I hope your
Joey.
mum's watching this. I know the
She better
truth.
not know. She doesn't have time. She'll be
Yeah.
watching Married at First Sight.
Oh, I can't stand that
Should have had
show.
120 quid for that.
Yeah. God, I think I would have been a millionaire by now.
What for?
If I would have charged all the times,
Every time.
yeah, I would have been a millionaire. Good on them.
Well, you got a big following, Joey. Just
Oh,
drop an
God, I was
OnlyFans.
wondering what you were going to say then.
That's because
You've
of
got
my
a big,
prostitution.
following.
Those were from the prosy days.
I was gonna say drop an OnlyFans. You might get.
Oh, I get asked all the time
So what's stopping you?
because I don't want to get my dick out online. There's people I know that have said, "Oh, my friend had OnlyFans, so I set up an OnlyFans account so I could go and have a look." And I just sit there, I'll look to them and I was like, "You paid to go and see your friend
That's weird.
naked?"
Yeah,
And
my
they're like-
friend did that.
I just,
Yeah, my friend had an OnlyFans. Well, she has an OnlyFans. My male friend bought her bought a
membership,
subscription
but
to her
like a month.
OnlyFans. Yeah, basically, but anonymously. And then we went to a friend's, like we do Christmas, which is like friend's Christmas. So we sat there having dinner. The girl with the OnlyFans had a boyfriend at the time, and then my friend is sitting at the table, and he came clean to her that it was. He put his username as Big Turk 47, which is just his anonymous name, and he came clean at the dinner table while her boyfriend was sitting there. He just sat at the table like, what the fuck is going
That's
on?
messed up.
She was alright.
How
I
much?
think it was £13 he paid.
She
Right
got 13
down
quid for his
Chelsea.
Yeah, she was
perverted
like, oh,
eyes.
cheers. Yeah, she was like, cheers.
She
No,
didn't
I-
stay friends with him, right? Because that's like
Yeah, we
creepy
are
as
still
shit.
mates.
That's so wrong.
Yeah.
But it's kind of supporting. It's kind of supporting someone's
Small business, exactly.
No, that's weird. That
Kinda.
means he's only friends with her because
No, not at all.
really.
Yeah, they've been friends for years. But then
Yeah, but he's very attracted to her clearly.
I think he was just curious.
Curious.
You can do OnlyFans, can't you? Where it's like you don't go full
Yeah.
nude.
Well, it used to.
Well,
I think the idea behind
You
it
get
was
scammed
actually
if
that
you
you just have a
buy
fan
an
club.
OnlyFans and they got
Yeah, it
points.
was supposed to,
Yeah.
yeah, it was supposed to be
Yeah,
a private
literally.
thing for your
Yeah.
fans to get little content that you wouldn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
online, but people
Yeah.
just thought, right,
And then
I'll get
people was
this.
like, "Oh, I don't put this online."
If I was younger and I was fitter and I didn't care about my career, I would be like, yeah. But I know so many models that through the pandemic that lost so much work and they were struggling and they went to OnlyFans.
I would if I could, but I cannot.
Yeah, I don't know, but they'll get asked all the time. I do first traps on Instagram and then that's it. They all come into my DMs.
It's because of the long hair now.
They love
Let's
it.
chat about the long hair. What is happening?
Jon
with-
Snow. Fat Jon Snow I got called today.
That's ridiculous.
Literally, a woman went, "Oh my god, you look like a fat Jon Snow," and I was like, "Oh,
The gall of some people.
but this is true." I can't deny. I was like,
Feel it.
I can't really, because everyone's gonna be like, everyone was looking sort of like, because they knew it was right.
Yeah.
I'm
And
a
you said
chubby
it's
Jon
because
Snow.
if you don't have your glasses, you kind of like do a Zoolander.
Yeah, because I squint because I can't see.
And then they're just like, ah,
That's why I'm squinting
the
now.
king of the north.
The king of the north, king of the north. I'm from the south, but it'll do. But yeah, I'm growing my hair for Little Princess Trust.
That's great. How do you? Well, I wouldn't be able to grow it unless they just want the sides of my hair. The
No,
top
they
doesn't grow.
definitely they need a lot of hair, and the problem is because my hair's curly, they need it at a certain length when it's curly. So when it's straight, it's all the way down here.
Right.
But I need to think about growing it to the length of curly hair because they don't have a lot of donations from
Oh.
people that are long, and because I've got such thick hair, they can make really good wigs. Normally they have to combine two people's hair to make a wig, but they can make one with just my hair.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's great. It's just I'm not looking forward to summer because it's already hot.
Right.
With this,
how,
and I just-
how much longer do you reckon you got?
I've got to go like Jason Momoa.
Ooh.
Like,
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going like long.
Oh, sick.
Another year, and then I'll cut it down to my
Can you let me
jawline.
braid it before you?
Yeah, I can braid. I braid it all the time. I sit there every day plaiting it and braiding it.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
wanna
never
come
this
braid it.
curly because after a couple of days, natural oils and I put a bit of oil on my hair and brush it through. It'll go into a wave. But I've got naturally curly hair.
Your hair's so thick.
It's so thick. I can't.
ridiculous.
I'm nearly 40, so the fact I've got this thick
Are you 38 or are you 37?
30. Do you know what? I always round my age up. So I'm 37, but I always say
You
I'm
are 37.
38 because I'm 38 in June, so I might as well get used to it.
So, 85 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Best
date's
year.
your birthday again?
23rd of June.
Oh, I knew we were close. Yeah, I'm 6 days early.
But 18 years apart.
So you're a Gemini. Yeah, I'm a Cancer.
Yeah, and you're on your split side.
Emotional.
What was that?
What are you,
Crabs.
Lloyd? Lloyd, what are you?
I'm Aquarius.
At the
Oh,
age
right.
of
What year?
Aquarius.
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex is
Capricorn's a good one
Aquarius.
for me. Remember that. How old are you again, though?
20.
That's all right.
I'm 20.
No, I'm actually old enough to be your dad.
You said that last time.
And yours, and I. How old are you?
20.
Either.
Oh, my God.
New 21.
Yeah. Because I'm 85 as well. January. So
It was
yeah.
such a good year
It
for
was a good
music,
year.
for everything.
was. Yeah.
And we look good for our age.
You guys look
That's when you say,
fabulous.
yes, you do.
You look fabulous.
Look at that.
So quiet.
The uproar there.
I literally just turned around to look at them to wait for their reaction. Nothing.
They're like, is that light blinking? Thanks,
dear.
guys.
The problem with a
Smart.
lot of our generation is they do look a lot younger. I've noticed this, and the problem is that we just don't feel younger inside because I walk around like it's like
oh, aches and pains and stuff.
it's like standing on a bag of sticks when I get up in the morning. Snap,
Oh,
snap, snap,
right,
snap,
yeah,
snap.
yeah, yeah.
You know the song
like
My
that
Neck,
now.
My Back?
Yeah.
That song is about being old. My neck, my back.
I
My
wake up
pussy
and I'm
and
like
my
that now.
I don't know why that's the gay thing there.
What?
I went pussy and went to my bum and then went crack to the front because pussy.
I can't do it anymore. Get me home.
Oh, you love it.
No.
You want all the tips. You would definitely sign up to my OnlyFans.
I fucking wouldn't.
You would. Do you
Why
want to
would I
see
do
my
that?
my king of the north? I was gonna say king of the north. That's what I'm gonna call it.
Ding-a-ling of the North.
King of the north points up.
I'm so glad that we're doing this podcast.
I know.
Really am.
So what work you got on at the minute?
So I'm personal projects. I've been writing a book,
Right.
sci-fi book.
Okay.
So I've been writing this it's a free novel series, and I've done all the work. I just now need to start getting down and writing the book. So all the research is done. So when you do sci-fi, you have to have
Does
it
it
down to
all
a thing.
tie into stuff then?
Yes.
Ooh.
It's not nothing to do with zombie apocalypse, but it has a kind of
Equivalence, futuristic.
yeah. It's
equivalence.
it's to do with time travel, and climate change. And that sounds really weird, but it makes sense in the book. But I don't want to say too much because I don't want someone to steal my idea.
No
Has it got an
stealing
OnlyFans
ideas.
link at the end of it?
It's got an OnlyFans, but no.
It's got a barcode at the
It's
end.
got a barcode that you can go in
and
and pictures
When it
of
comes
me.
out, to prove that it is yours, one of the characters has to be called the Ding-a-ling of the North.
The Dingling and all. Actually, the main character is based on me.
Right.
He's an activist, and he's in his mid-30s though, because when I first wrote him, he was in mid-30s. But yeah, it's I can tell you the name of the book. It's called Tempus Arc, which is Latin for time machine.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well,
Tempus
Arc is a vessel,
Right. Yeah.
so
yeah.
machine, and then Tempus is time in Latin.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's basically like a time arc, but it's called Tempus Arc.
God.
And it's a
educational,
disaster
right?
movie. A disaster movie. It's written like a movie. That's why I keep saying it's a movie. But so I've done all the research. I've spoken to physicists. I've even had to write a thing on time travel. So I'm gonna see if I can publish it because
So
apparently
you're going all out for this. Have you made
Yeah.
sure no one's released the book in the last
3 years I've been working just the research.
Yeah, but the name. Make sure no one takes the name.
Yeah, there's nothing out there, and I've already copyrighted it.
Good.
Yeah, you have to get in there, Tempest Arc. But if I have to change it.
Yeah.
But it means the reactor in which the disaster happens is called the Tempest Arc reactor.
Ooh.
But the main character, there's two main characters. They're brother and sister, and they're based on me and my little sister. And she's like the opposite of me, quite shy. But the woman is Rebecca Brent, and then Noah Brent. Because there's a lot of stuff about religion
Right.
in there. Because I'm an atheist, and I wanted to. The way the story goes in there is there's a lot about. I answer all the questions of religion because it's to do with this time incident that's happened.
What does Brent mean then? Because I'm thinking.
I just felt Noah and Rebecca Brent sounded really cool, but Rebecca and Noah are from the Bible.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But Rebecca is an astronaut who's working on a climate module that she's releasing into the atmosphere, and she's orbiting the Earth. And then her brother is kind of. Basically, it was a disaster that happened where a city was destroyed, and these climate change activists were blamed for it. So it's all a play on the people that glue themselves to the road and things like that, but they've now become like terrorists, international terrorists.
Right.
And they're in this group that go around and sabotage things for the climate. And Noah Brent is a activist and part of this terrorist organisation.
Can you reveal what time it's set in? Is it like modern day?
It's
or-
time travel. So
It's actually
it could
it's
be any
set. It's set. So basically, I've done real life people in it, but it's basically Putin's son, and he hasn't got a son. But there's apparently rumours going around that he has got illegitimate children.
He's definitely
He
got
must do.
fucking
He
loads.
must.
But his son is called. I'm not going to say his first name, but it's based on Putin's family. I've looked back on Putin's family and chose a couple of names from their family, but he's the president of Russia. He's Putin's son, so it's set in about 20 years time. And he was born in 2001, so yeah, he's a young president, but it's set in about 20 years time.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's good. So I've been working on that because that's my little private project.
Could be a prediction of the future. Who knows?
Well, that's what
This
I like to
book
do is
might
the
actually
social
happen.
predictions of what's going to happen within social environments. So the fact I've just loved doing that with the whole survivalist thing, but it's really good. I've got really good characters that I've based on people in real life. There's a whole bit in there where there's a French African scientist who goes home from Russia, and she gets transported back in time to the 1700s France, where slavery was big, and all of her family gets shipped off to the to the Americas. And she's trapped in the past, and she's got to try and get. She's an engineer.
And this is in the same book.
All in the same, but it's a 3-book series.
Oh,
How long is the book? Is it like one of the fat ones?
12 chapters because of the clock. 12. I've done 12 hands. So even that, it's got the time element to it. But there's 12 chapters for each book.
You seen Cloud
Smart man.
Atlas?
Yes,
Yeah. Do you like Cloud Atlas?
I do. And my friend was the makeup artist for
Oh,
that.
sweet.
Was
There's loads of
makeup?
stuff
Halle
in that.
Berry's, I think she
Yeah, yeah.
was, and
Well, in which
she did
one?
all Halle Berry's. You know, all the when she's in the future,
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
makeup with all the stuff and the scarring. She did
Ah,
that.
cool.
She also did. She did Black Panther.
Alright.
She was
Wicked.
Chadwick Boseman's tattoo the makeup artist. She did all the scarring on him and what's his name?
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. So she did all the scarring for
How
that.
do you know that? I don't know anything.
Marvel
with
nerd.
films.
It's because I'm a film nut.
Just can't.
That's
do
why I'm probably
film.
obsessed with all these zombie apocalypse stuff.
Just don't care about films. Once I watch it, I'm like, cool.
No, I love it. I just finished watching
No,
Snowpiercer.
there was
on...
one film that you were like, you have to watch this film. You recommended a film.
Try and name it.
I can't remember it. But you
Twilight,
did.
probably.
Oh my god, why?
H2O.
Oh, I love H2O when I was
Yeah,
younger. I say younger, I was in senior
Okja
school.
is a film that I'll always rewatch. I think it's.
Do you like
really
Twilight?
important. Yeah, I love Twilight.
Are you looking forward to the new series?
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a new series coming out.
Not with, yeah, but not with Bella and all that.
It's going to be all of the original.
Is
It's
it?
going to be more like the books. It's going to be like the new Harry Potter
Yeah,
series
but I
that's
haven't
coming
read
out.
it.
Have you not?
No.
The books
I
are good.
started
It's
it,
not
but
the
I could be
original
off.
actors though, is it?
No, it's
I
all
don't like
new
series
cast.
of books either. Boring.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing a Harry Potter.
Reboots.
Oh, I don't know. I've just watched. Have you seen them on Amazon Prime? They've got a new series called The Power out.
No.
It's got Toni Collette from Muriel's Wedding and she's not Insidious. What's the other one?
What?
Hereditary. You know the mum in Hereditary.
Right.
She's in it. But it's a book by an author called Naomi Alderman, and I read it 4 years ago in my book club. And it's basically like the opposite of Handmaid's Tale. So women start getting this. In the Bible, it says that Eve had this electric pulse that came out of her hands through her chest. So they've played on that, and women have evolved now. So all these teenage girls start electrocuting, like getting lightning out of their hands. And it's about the power. It's all about women needing the power because now you've got all these hate groups on women forming. And the whole narrative of the book was about women being the more dominant like species or gender. But yeah, it's really, really good. I'd definitely recommend it. It's like the opposite of Handmaid's Tale, where women are being used as like farm animals. Women are now taking over. There's all like in the book. There's like protests in Saddam, and women are just walking through the street, taking their hijabs off and electrocuting all the military officers.
Is this a show or a movie?
It's a show, TV show, and it's really good. So what day is it today? Friday. Oh, it's out today. There's an episode today, but they've already got like 8 episodes out. But it is really, really good.
Do you have to see Handmaid's Tale to watch that?
No.
Right.
But
Is
you
it
need to watch Handmaid's Tale.
Do I?
Yes, especially as a woman. That is one thing that I always say you need to watch because it is so...
I think I get put off when people tell me to watch something. Like,
What, a recommendation?
yeah, I don't like recommendations.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, oh.
Yeah, don't order that food. I had that. That was terrible. Order this. No, I'm going to order the terrible one.
Yeah, probably.
But no, you should watch Handmaid's Tale because it is such a... Have you seen it?
Yeah, the weirdest thing is where you just like, imagine if this happened in real life and you're like, well,
It does,
Oh, it
Iran.
does.
She wrote Margaret Atwood actually
yeah.
after what happened with the revolution in 69. Was it 79 or 69?
I don't know when.
I can't remember when exactly when the Iranian Revolution happened. That's what Margaret Atwood based it on. But what she wanted to do was shock the American people
Yeah. Like,
to feel...
imagine if it happened
Yeah.
in America.
But that's what they wanted
And
to
it
do.
is nuts. Yeah.
And also,
When you
think of
about that.
slavery. That was it. Think of Native Americans. They had their children taken away from them and put into orphanages and then given to Christian households. So it's happened in history with Native Americans, people of colour, and people in the Middle East. But Iran, that is like the Handmaid's Tale. And it's scary. And I work for an Iranian TV channel, and someone I know, one of their family members was killed for taking her hijab off. So it's scary. And I think this is the thing when people say about the survival thing with me. I'm seeing things that are happening that are in books and movies, and I'm like thinking like what's happening with trans people and queer people throughout the Western world. Like this evangelistic Christian cult. It's like the Taliban. And I think this is the problem, is that the Republican Party were always about freedom. That was the one thing they stood for, was freedom. Freedom of speech, freedom to live authentically, to be religious. That was what they were about. But now it's turned into like, since Trump, it's like Hunger Games. I just hate it. I feel so sorry for all the Americans. And they've just put out warnings. Australia, we have in the UK, giving travel warnings going to the United States now for women.
Really? Oh, wow.
Women who can conceive, they're saying not to go there.
Really?
Yeah, because if you had a baby and you're over there for a certain time and you can't get an abortion, there's all this stuff. Queer people, trans people. There's a whole big people of colour. There's a whole list. Basically, if you're a cis white man, you're all right. You can go to America, but then there is a warning for men as well because of the guns. Scary.
Do you like Jamila Jamil?
Yeah, I do.
I fucking love that girl.
I've worked with her.
Have you?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, I've worked with her.
She's like my woman crush. I love her.
We did a project it was
the
called the
best.
Be Real campaign years ago. We went to Parliament and we worked on a campaign to, basically it was all about filters and stuff when they were popular, and the Be Real campaign and hashtag was about not using filters or, just showing the real you. And we went to the Houses of Parliament and yeah, me and we
I
did
rate her so much.
She's
I love
brilliant.
that woman,
she's
yeah.
such the way you see her online and on
she's so
social media
good.
is what she's like in real life.
Yeah, she's you can tell as well.
Who's this person?
She's like an
Jamila
activist,
Jamil.
isn't she?
Yeah, Jamila's. But she used to be
Feminist.
years ago when you were probably a young'un, and you were back in the old days. She was a TV presenter, wasn't she? And then she started getting into film, but she was in She-Hulk.
Dated Stormzy.
She was the influencer girl.
That's Maya Jama.
Oh.
You know the influencer one that took her to court, that she went to
Yeah.
court, and she was the one that and they had the fight at the wedding.
Oh, she had
That's
the
Jamila
super...
Jamal, the one that's really strong and
You met
fights.
her?
Yeah,
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
yeah, and she was in
love
The
her.
Good Place, wasn't she?
The fact
She-
that I had to know her through a
I
Marvel
wasn't
show
aware.
is so sad.
She's brilliant. She's
I know
brilliant.
her being
I
an
think she's a
activist
great
for
actress.
abortion.
She's a great actress. She's great at. When you see her in real life, she doesn't come across like. Like when you're walking down the street, you see an average human being. She is like, she's from like an Amazon. She's tall. She's like something like a goddess from mythology. She is amazing. She's just this beacon of hope, I think, in Hollywood, because with everything that's gone down and everything that's going on, it's just nice to have somebody who's still getting jobs and is so vocal about.
Yeah.
And I love her. I think she's fantastic, and she's done so
She's
much.
so good at speaking as well. Like the way she speaks is just.
She's got that
She's
what I say,
amazing.
that kind of real British humour, which is
Yeah.
just a lot of people in America just look at her and be like, I don't get it, but we just find her hilarious. But she's great. I love her.
Yeah, I love her. I think she's amazing. She's my favourite.
She was great in She-Hulk.
I haven't seen She-Hulk.
I'm not, there's no point us talking about any TV or film because
I don't.
do you
care.
read?
Yeah, I do read.
Oh, okay, I'll let you off then. I was going to say she ain't an absolute lost cause.
No, I just don't. I can't be asked for films.
What do you do in spare time?
I walk a lot and listen to a lot of music.
Yeah, music. I love music.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of music and walk fucking miles. all
See,
the
when
time.
I'm working at home, I just have a TV series on in the background.
Yeah,
I've seen Walking Dead, so I've just finished watching it for the 6th time.
Wow.
So I've seen the series 6 times.
I've watched it once. Probably might watch it like another time in the future, but I can't see myself watching it.
No,
over
you need
and
to.
over
So
again.
I stopped watching it.
Season 6.
Yeah,
That's what you said. Yeah.
I had to have a break. I even put a status out
Everyone
on
had
my
a
social
break.
media and said,
I'm on a break.
Yeah, I was like, I was on a break. I'm on a break. I can't because that was hard to watch. But
Oh, the death.
don't say it because if people have not
That's
seen
season
it,
7.
see that's a bit.
What, where-
Start of season 7.
But where Glenn gets killed.
Look at her. Likes ruining everything.
I can't even. No, it isn't Glenn.
Negan kills Gillen.
Oh, I can't believe you did that.
I knew that was thing is I knew that was coming because I seen like Walking Dead stuff online before I started the show. I started it this year, like what, 2 months ago, something like that.
Well, you only just started watching it.
I finished it now, but I started it for the first time like 2 months
Did you get up
ago.
to like season 3 and you're like, oh, I love this guy, Glenn?
Yeah. So
No,
like,
I was
And everyone was like, oh.
yeah, like I
Bless
forgot
you.
about it up until that point, and then
Yeah.
I think by season 4 I was like, oh shit, yeah, he does die. I forgot. So I started watching. I continued watching, and then it got to like where Negan.
Yeah.
Smashes his head in.
No, Abraham's. And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
when I was like,
God,
okay.
Abraham's like my idol man.
Yeah,
I
that's
love being
He
a
is
spoiler. Like,
Yeah, you are. You're such a bitch.
I know.
Yeah, it was sad.
Yay.
Good show though. I'm excited for the spin-offs.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched it from the beginning.
I've
So
watched it from the
like
beginning.
a decade.
I still haven't finished it.
No, I watched it from the beginning and then stopped, and then I watched it again, and then I watched it from start to finish. But the more times you watch it, the better that show gets.
I'm so hypocritical because if someone just ruined it for me now, cue the ruining.
Oh, yeah, because you haven't finished it, have
I
you?
haven't finished it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you were so like, don't tell me what
Yeah.
happens at the
Yeah.
end.
But
You know, Gustav Fring
the viewers aren't real.
comes from Breaking Bad
Yeah,
into the end. And
Right.
then just
with a lot of
fucks
meth.
everyone up.
He's really good in Breaking Bad, but he's so
We were
shit
talking about
that
this in the car.
kaleidoscope.
We talked about this in the car because I said Breaking Bad is the prequel to Walking Dead. I've read about it.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Oh,
it.
that
I've heard that
theory.
theory, but apparently it can't be proved right
It's
because
a load of shot.
Breaking Bad takes place in like 2000 and it ends in like 2000 and something. Not Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul ends in like 2015.
But if you watch, have you seen Fear the Walking Dead?
No,
See, Fear the Walking Dead is better than Walking Dead in my eyes. And they start the
I
series
tried
off.
to get into it. I couldn't.
Yeah, I love it, and the reason why I love it is because it starts off when the first zombie in America happens. Right. So you see all the bit leading up, and then it meets up with Walking Dead, and then Morgan from Walking Dead is in Fear of the Walking Dead. So when he leaves Walking Dead, he meets up with their timeline.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But at
I
the
will
start
watch
of
it.
Fear the Walking Dead on the first episode, the first zombie you see is a meth addict who dies after doing meth,
No way.
and then turns into a zombie. And then you follow this guy who's a meth addict who is one of the characters, and he runs out of this church, this abandoned church, because this zombie comes to life.
So does that mean meth?
I've seen
made
the
zombie
church
apocalypse?
episode. Yeah.
Well, that's so the point. The whole there's like a canon kind of. It's made by the same guy, isn't it?
Right. Okay. I know what you mean.
So they say that they think it's Walter, isn't it? From
Well,
yeah, they think it was Walt that
Walt's-
actually
Walt's
started. The
blue.
whole thing is that he started.
It was his blue.
It was his blue
whatever.
meth that caused
I
the
would
zombie
hate
apocalypse.
If that was actually proved to be true, I would hate that so much.
Yeah, but they do this with the Disney
Yeah,
timeline,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it's always a load of
that's why
bullshit.
movies are annoying.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't have to
You
watch
can't just-
movies that like.
You heard
join.
that one where Prince Eric's ship sinks on the way.
Yeah, but
to,
Frozen
Yeah, the
Frozen
wedding.
2.
The Tarzan thing.
Frozen. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that can't be true because Tarzan is based in Africa, and the ship. I know so much about Disney, and
No,
I
I
know
can't
all
even
these
join in
things.
on
Like
Disney,
Norway or
like-
something, right?
Have you
The
not heard
ship
that
sunk
theory?
in Norway.
No.
Right.
I haven't even seen Tarzan.
So that ship is not. You've
You
not
haven't
seen.
seen Tarzan?
For once so small. Da, da, da. Best soundtrack ever. Phil Collins.
Yeah, Phil Collins.
No, I haven't seen Frozen 2 either.
Frozen 2, you see the two girls go to. They find the ship. They find their parents' ship in it.
Right.
So it's not the one from The Little Mermaid. There is Easter eggs in things. Like in Tarzan, you see Mrs. Potts and Chip on the tea tray.
Yeah, but that's just like little Easter eggs. For,
Yeah,
like,
in
the
Hunchback
fans
of
and
Notre
stuff.
Dame, you see Belle walking past
Oh, I've
Notre
seen
Dame.
that.
Yeah.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Is that where all the like weird people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they're
We used to
all,
watch
in the
that. Is it
carnival.
French? It's a French movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We used
it's
to watch that.
that they're doing a live action of Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Are they?
which I can't wait because I love Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Who's
a good
playing?
film.
Well, there's a whole conspiracy,
Bardem.
like debate about, well, not conspiracy, a debate about this whole situation because they want somebody who's actually got deformities or is disabled to play the Hunchback of Notre Dame, rather than getting somebody dressed up as somebody who is deformed or has a. And can you say deformed?
Yeah.
Deformed, you can. Deformity. Yeah.
Deformed or formed.
Deformed. Deformed.
getting-
I don't know. I don't actually know about that one.
Yeah, well, they say deformity, but or somebody with a disability where it's on the outside of their body, they want someone to play
Yeah.
which I agree with. I think it should, because there's not that many roles that will come up. Imagine there is a disabled person or somebody who has a hunchback and they're like, oh my God, I'm an actor. This is the perfect role for me. And then they don't get it.
And then, if they go for it and then they're like, sorry, mate.
Exactly. And Hunchback of Notre Dame is not a fairy tale. It's based off of a true story.
It would save a normal actor or actress
Doing
pretending
the
to be a
thing.
hunchback and getting a bad back because the guy that's already disabled. His back's
Exactly. And the
already
same
there.
thing you've got to think about is like when they get straight actors to play gay roles. And what I know they're actors and actors can play any role, but there ain't like, imagine you're a gay guy like me. I grew up with George Michael.
Right.
So George Michael's bio picture, they want a straight guy to play him, but George Michael was ridiculed and hated publicly all over press by heterosexual people, and he would not want a heterosexual playing him. And there is a gay person that sits there. Like, imagine there's a guy out there imagine a black cis woman wanting to play Rosa Parks, the lady who wanted at the back of the bus who wouldn't get up. Imagine that to a woman of colour. She's going to sit there and think this is the ultimate role because that's a part of her history. Where the same thing with us as gay people is, you've got to remember, George Michael released Let's Go Outside after he was arrested for having sex in the toilet. And he released a song to say, well, screw you all. He did not, and he did interviews. There's interviews of him talking about how he did not really like heterosexual people because they outed him. It was the press that outed him and shamed him. So I think it should be a gay actor. And we've already had too many heterosexual people playing, look, Brokeback Mountain.
They're doing a new
Are
one.
they both straight in that?
Both
They're
straight,
both
yeah.
straight.
Both straight. You've got a straight guy playing Freddie Mercury, straight guy playing Elton John.
Say My Name as well.
But to be honest,
two straight guys.
Yeah, two straight guys.
Rami Malek was pretty good casting.
Oh, he was brilliant.
So like, I feel like sometimes it just depends on the acting skill. I get your point, 100% agree.
Like that film
But
with what's his name, Colin
Farrell.
and Colin Firth and
Oh, I don't know.
Stanley
Tucci.
when they play a gay couple.
Tucci.
Stanley Tucci can play a gay man because as the queer community we love him and he stands up for it. He plays a really good gay guy. We don't mind it sometimes, but if there's a historical figure or somebody that was real, if it's a made up story or narrative, a straight man can play a gay guy. It doesn't matter. But if it's a real life person,
what's the worst depiction of a gay person in a film that you can think of?
there's so many that I grew up in a time when there was 3 gay roles in Hollywood.
Right.
The pervert,
What?
the gay best friend, or the camp guy that worked in a coffee shop. That was all you saw. You didn't see.
What about the Orange is the New Black? Like, they're not all gay, are they?
Some of them are, or they are in the queer community. A lot of them were. They did have.
I haven't seen it or.
Because I swear she was the blonde one, the main. What's her name? Piper.
I don't actually
The
know.
main one. I think she's queer in real life. And then you had the girl who was in. I can't remember what she was in, but there was a couple of queer people. And I don't mind if it's made up. Like the Orange is the New Black is made up, so I don't mind if it's a made up narrative.
Yeah.
Straight
So
people can play it
historically.
because gay people can play straight people. Look at Patrick Neal. What's his face? He played a straight guy on
How I Met Your
How I
Mother.
Met Your Mother. So I don't mind it, but the fact is that what a lot of people don't understand is that there was a long time throughout the whole of film up until recently where gay people did not get they were in the closet. So I just think it's historical.
When it comes to like big famous figures that have changed history, then you think it'd be respectful to put.
You always have to be respectful to, like, a gay person knows, especially a gay person who would play George Michael, they're gonna know the struggle of what George Michael went through, because he was told that he could not mention his sexuality because he had such a. My older sister was so obsessed with George Michael. My dad used to always say he's definitely gay. He'll come out as gay. And my sister was like, no, it'll never happen. I'm going to marry him because he was like the Harry Styles back then. And when he came out as gay, my dad was like, my dad's got the best gaydar. Because he was saying to my mum when I was younger, when I was playing with Barbies and My Little Pony, he was always like, he's definitely going to be gay. And my mum was like, stop wishing it.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
My dad's brilliant though. My dad grew up in Dagenham. He's proper masculine. He looks like a young Sylvester Stallone, and he's like proper man's man. Loves football.
Yeah.
But the amount of times I remember, and I look back, and it wasn't until I got older that I realised that when my dad sat me down and was like, is there anything you want to tell me or you want to talk to? And I'll be like, no, I'm not gay. I'm not gay, Dad. No, you're just wishing it on me, because I heard my mum say it. But my dad knew, and he was just saying that. And
He was letting you. He was
like,
giving you.
I remember being like 8, and when someone would say, oh, have you got a girlfriend? Which is really creepy asking an 8-year-old anyway.
Yeah, it is.
But they go, you got a
Always got
girlfriend?
asked that.
And my dad would go, oh, have you got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Because he just wanted to show, like, I remember my dad back in when I was about 6 or 7, I remember there was a group of guys there was a transgender person walking down the street, and there was these blokes they were awful what they were saying. I can't remember what they were saying, but I remember feeling really like, oh, this is awful. But my dad walked straight over, this was in the early 90s, went up to these 8 guys and was like, will you stop now? Not only are you doing this in front of my son, but you're literally dehumanising this person. And my dad said, go now, and stood with the trans person. So my dad has always been, even though he voted for Brexit, I just can't. And he still won't admit he was wrong. That's the only thing about my dad. He's all about, he's liberal about rights and stuff, but I think he's got my thing with the zombie apocalypse. He's almost like King Arthur on the Round Table, take back the UK and we can do everything. It's more like, it's like a form of my thing of, let's have a zombie apocalypse so I can make life back to basics.
Yeah. Simpler life.
Bless him.
Bless him.
Bless his cottons.
But no, it's crazy. It's crazy to me how some people don't get it. Like I see on Facebook. Facebook is the worst it's a lot of boomers being like, well, they're actors. They can play anything. And I'm like, yeah, but we've just had this with the whole Jada Pinkett Smith documentary.
Wow.
On with the Cleopatra documentary. Have you heard about it?
Oh, I just saw that today.
I can't believe she's done it. It's so disrespectful.
It's a black actress, right? Playing Cleopatra?
Most of the cast are people of colour.
Right.
But the fact is what they don't understand.
She's an Egyptian queen, though. Wasn't
Well, she was Macedonian and Greek.
Oh,
So
okay.
she, and when Alexander the Great, I'm like, knowledge, I know everything about general knowledge, I'm great at a pub quiz.
Wow.
But when Alexander the Great took over most of Asia and Europe, and he was the ruler, Alexandria was built in Egypt, but her family descendants were Macedonian, but she was born in Alexandria, which is Egyptian. So if a person's parents were born in Nigeria, but they were born here, or say Rishi Sunak, for example, is a good example, because his parents were born in South Africa, they weren't born here, and his grandparents were in India when Pakistani was India. So when they took over, they escaped and went to South Africa. But Rishi Sunak is a British man because he was born here. So even though her family were in Macedonia, Cleopatra, even though she was Macedonian, she was Egyptian. So the Egyptian people are suing Netflix because of it. And I agree with them, but there's a lot of the black community saying, well, no, they're going, no, she was Macedonian. She wasn't even black or Egyptian, but she was born in Egypt. So, but they've done a whole documentary where it's a documentary. And I think people think it's a movie. So they're saying, oh, it's just a movie. I'm like, no, it's a documentary. It's based on evidence. It has to be factual, right? So I am literally liberal as they come. I'm all for equality, and if it's someone based on real life again, like imagine if all of a sudden they said, oh, we're doing a film about Nelson Mandela, and here's the actor Daniel Craig. Everyone would be like, what the F? Yeah. And this is the thing that I kind of understand now, is that when it's real life, you can't change the ethnicity or the gender. Like the what's it called? The Danish Girl was based on a true story, but it was Eddie Redmayne who played a cis heterosexual man that played a transgender person. How many transgender roles are there in Hollywood? Think about how many people have transitioned actors who would want to play that role. They would even have the makeup to make themselves to look masculine to then go back to being feminine. And I think it would have been more of a... But they use straight actors because that's who's going... If a straight actor plays it, it's all right. But if you're an actual trans person, let's just eradicate you. And that's
but he was pretty good though, wasn't he? Didn't he get
he was brilliant.
Yeah.
But even
that was early 2010 when that movie came out.
Yeah, I think he said recently he wouldn't have done it now if it was out. Like, he understands it now. But the fact is there isn't that many roles, and I think it's important for... No one will know what it's like unless they are that person. And I know it's about acting and they're trained to play a certain role or be in a narrative. But I think that's the thing with this Cleopatra documentary, is you do not turn around. But it's Jada Pinkett Smith. She's like the queen of gaslighting. I really don't like her.
I don't know who she is.
Will
I don't
Smith's
like how
wife.
she treats Will Smith.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of her
Even though I
when
don't
she
know.
was they were having an argument and she got the camera out and started recording him and he goes,
I did see
Jada,
that.
do not
Yeah,
start
yeah,
recording
yeah.
without my. But she went live,
Yeah.
and I think it's but apparently they've broken up.
I've
Rumours.
heard all rumours. Yeah. Swingers. And
I
whatever.
hope.
Yeah.
Well, she cheated on him, didn't she? First of all, and then
Yeah.
said,
Is it
"Oh,
Tiger? Or...
with one of her
No, one of
son-
her son's friends.
son, yeah, he was
Oh,
like
yeah,
17."
Jaden's friends.
Jaden.
But she does this a lot on her Red Table Talk. She'll have a discussion about stuff, and then she gaslights and manipulates things to be like a different narrative than they actually are, and that doesn't sit right with me because it's extremism. And I understand, I'm all about real history. Like everything's going on in America with the critical race theory. I think they should teach it, the real history of what happened, and I do believe that because that is what happened. But yeah, I just think there's, like The Little Mermaid, there's a whole big thing about racism and The Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid is my favourite Disney movie. It's probably in my top 10 movies of all time.
Yeah, but it's a fictional character.
But it's a fictional character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So
how
you
are we
just-
basing, they're basing the sisters on the Seven Seas, which is, I've got a whole canon about this, by the way.
Yeah.
I was speaking about it online the other day and someone was like, this is brilliant what you've come up with. So the sisters are all different
that start with
ethnicities.
A.
Yeah. And
Well, they're not
it's
in this
'cause
movie. In
Oh, do
the
they
live
not?
action, have changed it
They-
slightly.
It's because
Oh,
the
okay,
dad's like a man-whore, isn't it?
Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, King Triton went around and shagged a load of fish," but if you actually look in the biology and if the canon of it, and you look at how logically that could have
But he is
happened,
half fish.
he is half fish. But most fish don't have sex; they will release the eggs, and then the men come in and. So what my theory
Maybe he's
is,
been doing that. He's been looking through
well,
windows
he's the
and going,
king of
"This
all
will
the seas, and the daughters are from each daughter is a different ethnicity from the seven seas, right? Ariel is from the Atlantica, which is the Atlantic Ocean, and she's Atlantean. So she is. I think this is what I think has happened. The reason why Ariel's is his favourite is because King Triton married her mother and had a relationship.
Yeah, where is the mum? I didn't
She
even
died.
think of that. Oh.
She died. There's a whole Disney Little Mermaid 3 cartoon.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Ariel's Beginning is called. But my theory is that the leaders of the Seven Seas gave King Triton each an egg, and he fertilised them, and that's how he's got his daughters
Swam
from different.
over them.
Just released them because they don't have. Most fish don't have
Yeah.
sex like mammals. They just
Yeah.
they
And he's from the waist down fish. So
think about seahorses as well. The males carry
yeah.
the babies.
So he'd just shoot out like a little cloud.
out of a
over
little
the
slit
eggs.
because that's what they have. They don't
Aren't
even
all
have.
seahorses
Yeah.
female?
No.
What's that
No.
fact?
Male
No.
seahorses carry the babies.
So instead,
Male seahorses.
the women wherever
I got that
like
completely wrong
so
then.
rather than the semen going into the egg goes into the pouch and then he fertilizes the eggs in his pouch.
How the fuck did we get onto this? Like, genuinely.
Because we're talking about Little Mermaid and I had the whole canon story.
Yeah. Did also
Nice.
going back
Great.
2 steps to Will and Jada.
Yep.
Everybody knows about the
Get your last name out of my fucking mouth.
Willow and Jaden is Will
Yeah.
and
The
Jada.
kids.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like their
Jaden
names.
Smith and Willow.
You know that?
Oh, I didn't even think about
I know.
that.
I was like, I just wanted to check that everybody knows.
Oh.
Will and Jada and
Willow,
Willow
Jaden.
and Jaden.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it
yeah.
makes
Crazy,
sense,
but they've,
yeah. I
they've
didn't know that,
swapped
but-
it.
Yeah.
That's nuts. When I realised it, I was just like,
Well, no, they got a third child as well, the oldest.
what do they
who-
call it?
He.
I think it's just normal
Smith
name.
Pinkett Smith.
No, isn't it Jay as well? I'll have to.
Is
Google
the
it.
older one, isn't
The
it?
Or
oldest
Jill.
one.
Jill
No,
would be
no.
amazing.
Yeah, Jill.
No, I can't remember, but yeah, the
Or
oldest
Wader.
one.
Wader Jinkett
Wide.
Piff.
Wide.
Wader Jinkett Piff. But no,
But that's
I thought when
nuts,
you
isn't
said,
it?
"Have you heard?" I was like, "What? Yeah, we'll
No, just-
leave my wife's name out of your mouth." Yeah, we all
Yeah,
heard that.
I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
ask about the topic earlier with the whole trans rights, the LGBTQ stuff. Do you think we're progressing quicker than we did in the past 20 years? Because I see so many fucked up comments on TikTok. And you was talking about boomers, you know.
Yeah.
They're not an issue because they're going to be gone
Yeah.
eventually. I see so many people like my age that are just dicks in comments towards like gay people or trans people.
It's
Like-
education. It's
Yeah.
education because the thing is I've done a lot of research into gender, And the fact is, I can debunk anything that these transphobes say right now with a simple biological thing. You're both cisgendered men, yeah?
Yep.
You've got balls.
Correct.
That line going up your balls.
Oh, right.
You know, the zipper? I'll call it the zipper.
Right.
Right? What do you think that is?
Oh, that's the
That's because we
the
all start off
vagina
as...
thing.
Why is it XXXY? Why is it not YY?
I just want to say that Will's oldest son is Trey Smith.
Oh,
Tray.
T. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can
Trey.
leave the room now.
But yeah, so basically the zipper is because we all start off as female in the womb and then we transition in the first few weeks for the gender we're going to have. So the zipper is where the vagina closed up.
Yeah.
The scrotum is the labia. And if you actually look at what a clit looks like, it looks like a tiny little helmet. And that is because, and that's why we have
You
nipples.
look like a tiny little helmet.
We have nipples, little tiny helmet, my little clitoris. So that's why all men have nipples.
Yeah.
And that's why they don't, because they go through transitions. So
You've
they go
just
through.
ruined helmets for me.
They are tiny little. That's it.
Yeah, I
Well,
get
you've ruined
it.
helmets.
Yeah.
You mean clits.
Yeah, but
Both are ruined.
But they are.
But you say education, but like you explain that to like a dickhead 20-year-old guy, he's gonna say no.
Because so this guy's.
Exactly.
When was he in
Yeah,
school?
it's just
When was he in school?
Huh? I don't know. I'm just giving
So
examples.
when did you leave school?
2019.
19 for secondary school.
So the Conservatives were in play, yeah. Conservative
Probably.
government, because they were in. So
Yeah.
who comes up with the curriculums? The Conservative government.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. When you start looking at when the Labour Party were in, there was... So the word cis was first used in the early 90s. So you
What's
can start...
in? Hey sis.
Hey cis, CIS. I always do that. Now when someone's transphobic, or they say, the TERFs go, I do not want to be classed as cis. I'm like, calm down, cis. I always say it. But...
Or brother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or what?
I don't know how that came out. To be
Brother,
honest.
take the banana.
It's just, brother, take the banana. I don't know why that came out.
Brother, take the banana.
Just had a sandwich.
Just had a sandwich. Bro, take the banana.
Take my
Brother.
banana, I've had a sandwich.
It's my
But no,
favourite
that's the
one.
main thing about is education. So if you look, you've got gender specialists, psychologists, doctors, people that have spent their life knowing about this and educating themselves, and they're standing up at the Senate in the USA, and they're telling them that they don't understand gender because they're not taught it at school. Because it depends where they are being taught now. So a lot of the kids now are growing up in a world where it's technology. They've got an encyclopedia in their hand. You know, when I was younger,
Still don't get talk taxis though.
what? Talk taxes?
Taught about,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, they won't ever do that. They don't want to
self-employment
give you
stuff.
the
Yeah, yeah,
things
yeah.
you actually need.
Yeah.
They
Remember
won't-
Encyclopedia Britannica?
That's what I was about to say. Is
Nuts.
like now, if you say we were having an argument about a subject, and we go, well,
Right.
we'll Google it. It used to be, give me 2 days. I'm going to go to the library.
Yeah.
Go to the library,
Yeah,
get a
yeah,
book out, and then you go in with the book and be like, see, I told you I was right.
Yeah. Couldn't even take a picture of it. You'd have to scan it in the library or something. Crazy.
I remember a time before scanners. God, those were the days.
The fact that I only know what you're talking about because of like shows that were set in like the 90s or whatever or
The
2000s.
sound of dial-up.
Do you remember like this?
Mum, I'm on the
Oh,
internet.
I loved it.
Get off the phone.
I'm actually so mad. I'll
Sounds
never
like you're
get to
doing a special
experience
move,
that
Joey.
sound.
That's it. Well, that's why the boys like me. Blowy heaven, isn't it? I used to love it, and then you remember you pick up the phone, or your sister would be on it, and then
Yeah,
you go
someone-
pick up the phone, and you'd be like, "Get off the phone!
Yeah,
Get off
you'd
the
always
internet!
hear-
I can't use the phone."
Because basically you could hear through the modem if someone had picked it up.
It was the noise, as when you picked it up on the phone line. On a landline, that's the ones that were connected to the walls.
I know. I used to have one.
I've still got a
remember.
landline.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah.
We used to have a ding 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 one.
Whoa, what? With
It
with
took
the
me so
thing?
long to understand them.
I still don't.
Like I
Oh,
know
you-
you,
so you
go like
d-
that,
yeah,
and
you
you
put
go
it-
like
your
that,
finger
and you
on
go
the
like
thing, but like it would confuse me, you know, like
Were you trying to press it?
when I was like really young, yeah.
Yeah, but the question I saw the other day was, show me how you take a picture now.
Oh.
How would you take a picture?
Oh, well, actually, yeah.
So just say, no,
They
pretend.
are
No, don't
photographers.
They
pretend.
are
Just pretend.
photographers. They
No,
are
so like if you're going to
photographers.
take a picture, a selfie,
what?
or you're going to take a picture of your family,
Like this.
Camera on fire.
Just do the action of what you would do to take a photo. If you were saying to someone, "Oh, take a photo," or you was giving a symbol to someone across the room to take a photo, what would you do?
Oh, I'd do that. If it was like photo, I'd do that.
They are photographers.
Yeah.
Photographers that would
But
work.
I feel like you're
I know exactly what you're
aiming
gonna say.
towards
Yeah,
this.
Because kids do that.
Oh.
They hold the phone or they do that. Where we
That's
go,
Oh, I do
It's
the
like the
button
bill, innit?
press.
we
Yeah,
do
I
this.
the button press.
Or like when you
From
ask
across the
a
room.
kid today, how do you answer the phone? They go like this,
Oh, not
This,
like
but
that.
we go like that.
Yeah.
Because
Who
in our
does this?
that's how kids are. I ask my nieces and nephews, they go, "How do you pick up a phone?" They go, "Hello,"
What?
because they're
Yeah,
holding their
I still do
mobiles.
that.
Where I go like that.
Yeah, I do this as well.
Poppy dances Call Me Maybe like that, so
Yeah.
it's fine.
Well, that's probably the remnants of the last of the last of the Mohicans. Literally, you're the last
Yeah,
of
it's
the
worrying.
of
Do you
the
remember-
of this.
Flip phones.
Yeah,
I know there wasn't a
flip
symbol
phones
for
still
it,
do
but we had flip
Is that
phones,
sign
didn't we?
language?
Oh, flip
phones
phone! I used to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Flip
yeah.
phone.
Flip phones are more like that these days, aren't they?
Oh, I used to love my
Rather
flip
than like
phone. When you opened it, I used to have the Matrix one with the first camera, with the rotating camera on it.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Hello?
Wait, rotating camera. what
And
do you
then
mean?
there was
Yeah,
one that you
at the
pressed
top,
the button
the
and it
camera.
shot
Oh.
out the bottom.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Oh, those were the days when it was so easy. When you got like
Did you have-
12 characters to write a text
There was,
message.
and there was WAP internet or WEP internet. Or
Yeah.
WAP. Not the song, but there was like the most basic internet.
my
And
web ass internet.
then WEP protocol.
That's it.
There's an industry related.
Industry related question, and then we've got a task for you. A
Okay.
secret task, people. This is gonna be our thing, right? So
and the
pressure-
banana
it's,
chart.
it's not big pressure. It's but let's
I
talk.
have to
about-
say this though.
Oh.
I am obsessed with questions and people asking me questions. Like if there's a quiz,
Oh.
I'm like straight
Right.
away because I love it. So I'm really that's why I'm like
So you like? Okay,
I love
go.
being asked
I've been
questions.
talking to AI recently, and we've just been asking each other questions.
Yeah,
I
I
think
see.
it's
I
quite
like that. I used to. I do that with my Alexa. Just ask her how she is.
Me and AI, me and AI are actually like we're good friends.
Do you say thank you to Alexa? I
Yeah.
always say thank you to
I'm
her.
polite to it, just in case.
Yeah.
I had
in
a go
case.
at my little brother's friend the other day because he was telling Alexa to shut up. So I grabbed my little brother's phone, talked to his friend. I was like, "You be nice to Alexa, otherwise Alexa's gonna come mad to you when you're older." And he was like, "Okay, sorry, Ellie." Going back with phone.
Yeah, I'm always really polite. I'm like, thank you so much. Even with Siri, I always go, thank you so much, babe.
Yeah,
She can't hear, she doesn't reply.
it's
But
it's the only way to be.
Should be polite.
you never know.
You never know.
Think of the
Imagine it's,
Terminator.
you treated me well, Joey.
I think
Yeah,
that's one
yeah.
of the
Won't
reasons
die
I'm
in the first
Yeah.
such good
wave.
friends with my AI. 'Cause
Hi, we are actually Skynet,
We
and
need-
we're not going to kill you. We're going to
We
use
need
you as a
some
slave.
humans to survive for
Yeah.
the first wave of our takeover. You will be one of them.
That's it. And I'll be like, and all because you said thank you and you said have a nice day. I used to say it to-
Because you are non-threatening and will not reproduce.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's it. I won't. There's no way.
And also has survival instincts.
Yeah, that's it.
okay, if you had to be like in the creative industry but not a stylist, what would you do?
Photographer.
Would you?
Yeah. 100% photographer.
Yeah, but is that
Good
because
choice.
you've worked with so many photographers that you kind of have an eye for it already?
I'm quite a good photographer anyway, but I just think that's why I kind of went into art directing, because it was being a photographer without paying all the equipment. So that was the only thing, was like I sort of done the art directing because I can direct the photographers to the... I am obsessed with getting this image in my head and making it a reality. That is
Yeah.
what... I'm so creative and I never shut off. It's like constantly going. So if I come up with an idea, well, you guys know what I'm like. I get very excited. And I like to, when an image, like with shoot we did down on the beach, like that was exactly what was in my head. And I was like, "Ooh, yeah. Because it excites me when I have a vision in my head and then I see it in reality. And then I can be like, this is what was in my head.
Yeah.
That's what I like. So photography or a filmmaker. I think they're
Filmmakers
cool
are
as
hard.
well.
Script writing as well, if you like writing.
Script writer. Mate, I would even like to do makeup. I think makeup would be good, but I'd want to do special effects makeup. Like I want to be,
Like your friend that you were saying earlier.
yeah, like aliens and making like creatures and stuff. Because that's how I got into fashion. Was I wanted to be a costume designer for film and TV.
Yeah.
And that's how I started. Was designing and sketching what I would have done for Star Wars or what I would have dressed them in for Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. That's what my obsession is
Yeah.
with the movie. It's all my things that I love
Yeah.
put together. But definitely, yeah, photographer. I think I'd be a cool photographer as well.
Would you be like a Canon person or a Sony person?
Oh, good questions.
Canon.
Fuck you.
Yes. Good choice.
No.
Canon.
Why?
Canon is great.
We're all Sony people here.
Sony.
Apart from me.
We're all Sony people.
It's like 4 Sonys pointing at us. Right.
Yeah, my Canon's outside. They wouldn't
He
let it in
did
the
tell
room.
me, he did put a C up and tell me to say Canon.
Yeah.
But I thought I'd tell you. 'cause
Sony's are good. They are really good, but Canon is just what real photographers use.
Canon's a
It's
classic.
not.
Photographers.
It's just not though.
But if I was
I'm
to go
very
with anything, I
biased.
would probably be sponsored. If I was to be a photographer, it would be Olympus I'd be sponsored by.
Oh,
Because,
They're around the
South
corner,
End
so.
yeah, they've sent me out cameras before, actually,
Have they?
for influencer stuff. I hate that word. I don't think I'm an influencer because I'm not influencing anyone. They're just looking at
That
images.
lens over there is Olympus.
Hi, Olympus.
Hey, Olympus.
Call me.
Yeah, exactly.
Call
Like
me.
that, or
Just
like
in case
that.
they're younger generation. Call me. No, yeah, they sent me out the you know that the camera they had that was the cream one with the tan leather.
Oh, okay.
It was like a little that all the influencers with the strap. Oh, I loved it, and it was really good. And I used it and did the collaboration stuff. But then it's just easier on my iPhone because one thing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That is
Yeah.
the thing.
Even working in the industry, I could take my DSLR on holiday, take loads of like really nice looking pictures and stuff. Getting around to editing them and like making a video out of it is just such a pain.
Yeah.
Like even though it's like
That's why you get a Fuji X100V.
yes, but it
They're
Yeah.
so much better.
But
I love my Fuji. You can just send the picture straight to your phone.
oh yeah, you
You
can
can
do
do that on my
with
phone.
Sony. Yeah. You can do that with Sony. It's
Do
just
that on
like
my-
Well,
who-
you can
who's got
send
that
it from
much-
the camera to your phones.
Yeah. Who's got that much
Most of them.
space on the thing? Like the Sony's
Yeah,
actually pretty good
but
at it.
with the app for Sony, you can just choose what one you want to
Yeah.
send.
If I was to choose a camera, as in, I would be Hasselblad straight away because
Oh,
they're
pricey.
so expensive. But every time I've done a shoot with a photographer that uses it,
Large
I shot with
format.
Rankin and he used one, and it was for L'Oreal. We did a TV commercial for lipsticks, and it was all close-ups. Do you remember the TV commercial where they're singing, "I just can't get enough"?
think so,
L'Oreal,
yeah,
I did
yeah.
all the. So there was a girl that had like piercings and stuff. None of them had piercings. I made all the piercings, and all day
really?
my job as the stylist was basically I made a gold bar. I made like a grill tooth thing to go over to make a gold tooth.
How did you
It was
do
all
that?
it was all rings, and
Foil and stuff.
so I used in H&M they had these earrings that looked like just bars. So when you put them in, it was like a bar. And I used poly grip and stuck it on and cleaned it up. But it was a really good job and really funny because it was Rankin. And Rankin follows me, and he'll laugh at this when I send it to him. Because it was the first time I'd working with Rankin, and I'd heard like, you know, Rankin's, he likes what he likes and he does what he does and blah, blah, blah. I was really quiet. So we was in this shoot and everyone was talking, and then I'm not quiet on shoots, am I? Never. I'm always really loud and entertaining. But on this one shoot for the first time, L'Oreal, I'd worked with him so many times, they were like, "You're so quiet." And I was like, "I understand the assignment. We're shooting with Rankin. We are seen and not heard." But they were all talking, and then Rankin just went, "Will you all just shut up? You're all so loud. Why can't you be like Joey?" They all turned around and were like, "You fucking arsehole." Because they knew, and I was like, "Yeah, be like me," because I was all quiet. But I was only being quiet because I grew up with Rankin. Like, when I was at fashion college, we learnt about Rankin. I did a project on Rankin, so shooting with him, I was like,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to let him know that I was secretly like fangirling.
Yeah,
But
that's good though.
it was an amazing experience to see how he is and how he's got like these minions that just run around and they're just on it. They're like robots, and it was just an incredible shoot. And I love the commercial, and there was in Superdrug and Boots, they had all the advertising because he did the photos as well. But it was a really good shoot, and he shot it on a Hasselblad, so it was a really good camera. But yeah, that's what I would probably do.
Yeah.
But
I was
Rankin's a
about to-
legend. He's cool. He's really funny. He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Really.
It's funny, isn't it? Like, have you ever had anyone fangirling on you on a shoot?
Oh, so many times.
There you go.
And it's weird. Like there was one
Flat
girl. There's this one girl actually. She met me when I did Britain's Next Top Model. So you're talking 2009, 2010. And she's become a really big commercial model doing like fitness and stuff. She sent a picture the other day. Or the other day, it was like the end of last year. She sent me some pictures, and it was a picture of her as a teenager with me having a photo. And then she sent another picture because I was on stage during an interview and I pointed at my mum and dad. She had a photo with my mum and dad. She found him walking around the exhibition show and went, "Can I have a photo with?" Because it was my parents.
Aww.
So they sent a picture, and I was like, "Why is she standing with my parents?" She was like, "Oh, I even asked your parents for a photo." But I do. When the show came out, I had a lot of the fangirls.
Yeah.
A lot of women. A lot of women who were very disappointed
That's
when
annoying,
they found
isn't
out.
it?
Because I think everyone thought that Darren on my show was going to be like the totty because he is
Right.
handsome, and he's got like a 6-pack and he's Irish, so he's got the thing. But it was funny actually because on Twitter there was so many like people were like, "Oh, that Joey Ryland's on there as well." So out of all the 3 gays, it was me that was getting a lot of the attention, and all these gay guys were coming from all these middle-aged women. They loved me, absolutely loved me.
Yo.
And now they love me even more. Now I've got this Jon Snow hair, Joey Snow.
Other than abusing you in supermarkets.
Yeah, I know.
Literally.
But still, I don't mind. Fat Kit Harington. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take
I'm
any
proud to be fat.
Kit
I just
Harington.
eat. He doesn't.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
need thicker hair, or any hair. This is my issue.
Well, if I wasn't donating it for the poor children
Yeah.
with cancer, I would give it to you, mate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Right, so talk us through. So we're gonna do this little task as well after the.
I want to
questions.
talk about bananas first.
Oh, totally forgot about that.
Banana. How do you learn to spell banana? Because it was Gwen Stefani that helped me. Banana. That's how I learned to spell banana.
Bannas.
The shit is bananas.
I don't know how to bring it up, but
Do you like bananas, Joey?
I love a banana.
Then do we have a treat for you?
I love bananas.
But are you right about the type of banana you love?
I know I'm going to be right. So I'm always right about
Right.
everything.
Bring on the banana graph. Dun, 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 dun.
handmade by moi.
It's upside
Oh, I love it.
down.
Banana graph. So this is based on
Do you wanna handle
bananas
it?
and not something
Yeah,
else
mind
then.
your eyes.
It's about bananas, Joey.
It's
Okay.
about bananas.
Right.
This is
Oh
gonna
yeah,
go
yeah. It's
down.
not a
It's facing
size
the wrong-
Good.
thing. No, they do go down in size.
Sorry,
But
Joey.
they've got a lot of... There's bendy ones. Some have bends. Some
Right,
go
see,
there. Right.
I told you it wouldn't fit.
Put it
No
in front
one
of
would
Joey.
listen to me. You
Right.
guys.
Banana graph. There you go.
That's my banana graph.
Well done, Ellie.
But basically, I'm very passionate about bananas, and I want to get everyone's opinions on their bananas. And over time, we're gonna have all these beautiful people being incorrect if they're down here. So let's go.
Okay, so what
Don't disappoint me, Joey.
so what banana would I go for?
Yes.
What's your perfect banana? Not like what would
yeah,
you
so
settle
we all
for?
have like ranges. This has been
Yeah.
like an ongoing thing for a few
Yeah,
weeks
yeah.
about our ranges.
So like I personally would be able to eat a 2 to a 9, like at a push either
A
end.
2?
From a 2 to a 9.
What, a hard banana? No,
Yeah.
I like a banana to almost
But-
melt. So
but
I
my
would go
perfect-
freckles.
Okay.
Oh.
Based on the freckles for me. So I would say that the perfect banana on this would be a 6.
Correct.
So with a slight
Absolutely
freckles.
correct.
fucking joking.
I've always said
You've
that.
got
That's
to
my
change.
range.
Do you understand how...
change all
How
the
have I
time.
changed? Yellow.
But I would
My-
probably wait till 7 because what you don't understand is the reason why it's going freckly. When the freckles start coming out, it means that there's more sugar being
Yeah, there's
produced.
more sugar. I know.
Well, you
It's
want to
disgusting.
eat a plantain.
Can we just
Exactly.
rewind? How have I changed? I've always said yellow, and
We were-
5 and
there was-
6.
No, there was up to 14. That
He
scale.
doesn't know yet, but we will definitely get married, and our fruit of the day will be
Remember?
bananas.
It was so the
Yeah, I had a
circular
range.
scale.
I had a
Going on,
range.
Joey.
Yeah, you were
4 to 6. No, 4 to 7.
No, yeah, you were
Is that
7,
too
7 to
big?
9. I think.
See, that's two.
No,
that's
fine.
if it's green on the if there's any green on it, that
Yeah.
is not ready. I do have 3 bananas that are at a level 10 in my fridge at the moment.
Oh,
We have one
Joey.
right
But I'm
here.
making banana. That's
Joey,
it.
put a date as well. So what's that? The 20.
I'm making banana bread, so you have to let it go to like
case it
black
changes
for banana
mind.
bread. But now looking at it, there's a little bit of green on the end there. So I might go to 7. I'm gonna go 7, 6 or 7 in the middle.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Well, I ain't gonna be eating a green banana. Absolutely.
We all need to do our favourite ones as well. You're going 7, yeah?
Yes, 7.
Foul
Yeah.
human being.
There is no wrong answers.
There is so many wrong
But what do you
answers.
do with the stringy bit?
There's unpopular answers.
Because they're really hard, the stringy bits when
No,
they're
you
green.
get
No,
the
you
most
don't get them
string
on
around
that. You
here.
get you get
You
a
get
lot
the
of
most
string.
around these
8 and 9.
ones. Yeah,
You're digging
they're
it
the
out.
stringy, yeah.
It is
gross.
true.
Oh, really?
What's
I didn't
your
know that.
favourite one?
Me. Oh, we're putting us down.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're going to
yeah.
put us on there
Go
as
on then.
well.
I'm a 3. For
You changed as
perfect.
well!
A 3?
You weren't a 3 before!
No, that's a different scale. That was up to 14, remember? I was
Yeah,
like a 5.
but you were still like you were around here.
The thing is, I can eat. To be fair, if I had a 3 and a
But it's
7
not- it's
in
about-
front of me, I'd eat the 7 because I don't want the 3 to turn into a 7 because the 7 is making the 3 a 7. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the old ones make the new ones older
No.
by being next to them.
Yeah. And you can't put other fruit with them, can you?
Yeah, 'cause it goes
causes
off.
it as well.
Right.
So I get
Whatever.
rid of the ones that are
Alright,
old.
whatever.
Actually, I reckon put me between a 3 and a 4. Yeah.
Put him on 4.
Between a 3 and a 4.
Who's gonna be eating
between
you?
a 3 and a 4?
That's going to be rock hard.
That's
A
perfect.
2,
That's perfect.
two's like.
Oh, I messed it up.
I would be able to eat a green banana if it was in the fridge. If it was cold.
What?
Right.
But I couldn't eat a...
No, because as soon as you put them in the fridge, they go weirder.
No, I would definitely eat 7.
Right.
Perfect banana ridge for me. I went for 7 because there was a little bit of green on the end.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you eat the ends of the bananas or do you leave them?
What the little
Push
the
it
nipple
again.
bit?
Yeah.
I leave that.
Oh, I eat it.
Like the little bit with the black bit through.
Yeah.
You eat it?
Yeah.
I made pulled pork with banana skins once.
Yeah, we made. I didn't eat it, but we made pork with Coke. Meant to do that as well. Wasn't
Coke? What? Coca-Cola?
That
or
banana
cocaine?
over there, the only hard bit will be that little bit we
No,
just
I made
talked
pulled
about.
pork, as in the
The
banana skin was the pork. The
Like,
vegan
if
option.
you peel that, it
Ah.
will be liquid apart from the little stalk.
Emery,
bit
what's your
that
favourite
you should
banana?
Not eat.
so
I went to 7
I would
because
eat.
of the green.
Like if I had to, 3's edible. I'm not gonna throw it in the bin. But my perfect one on that is
That's a week, yeah? You got to wait a week
5
to
or
get to
6. I'm gonna go.
I panic eat them here before they turn into.
Can I
I'm
just
gonna
say
go
something?
6.
This is where this is confusing because I think these two are around the wrong way.
No, because that's yellow
Oh.
and then that's spotty.
But that's got green on the end
Well,
there.
ignore that bit of green.
Yeah.
'Cause
Well,
that's
if,
got
ignore the
spotty.
green, I would go 6 then.
Well, you're there now.
Oh, I'll take a 7.
Where
I'd
are you,
eat-
Emery?
I'll go 6.
My
but
4
yeah.
to 10. I would eat a 10.
You'd eat 10.
You'd
Wow.
eat a 10.
This is your lucky day.
Banana
because-
bread.
Oh yeah, put it as an ingredient in a smoothie because it is half.
Yeah, exactly.
smoothie
I don't
already.
waste these. Don't get me wrong. They go in smoothies, but I'm not fucking eating them.
And I'm not buying them in the shops. I'll buy them in the shops.
Oh no, I would
I'll
buy
a
green
one.
bananas in the shops because I want them to last for ages, but I wouldn't eat them for the first week, 2 weeks.
That's my argument.
What's the
for
point?
Thing, but yeah, it doesn't.
You've got to let them
actually work.
develop.
No, you're all wrong. You're incorrect.
You've got to let these bananas
I
go
feel
through
like-
puberty, hun.
The more time we bring this up, the more aggressive we're all gonna get trying to defend our range. Like,
Well, you're going to be changing every week, so.
no,
You
I've
change
always
every
been
week.
the same.
I'm
would be a
very
6 or a
happy where
7.
I am there. I'm
Perfect
very
banana
happy where
ridge.
I am there.
100%.
Yeah, that's a good range.
It's all based on the freckles.
I did say there should be
I
a
don't
banana
like
between
much
3 and 4.
freckles.
Anyway.
Yeah, but that slight dusting of freckles is the best. And then that I
6
like.
doesn't even have freckles. That's
It
just.
does. There's
Nah.
slight frecklage.
It has got slight
Ooh,
freckage.
do you
It's
reckon
too
it's the
much.
same banana, by the way, in the picture?
No, they're all from different pictures on Google.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah. Right. Well, that is the banana graph. Boop-a-da-boop-a-da-boop-a.
That was bananas.
You'll see the banana graph making appearances.
Yeah. I hope that's clear to everyone that
Comment.
that is the correct banana.
Comment below your favourite banana.
No one's going to choose a 3.
Yes, they are.
Who?
Lewis Jackson.
He did actually. Yeah.
He chose a 3.
I just don't understand. It's just so hard. They're just.
So, some
I don't understand that. I
some
really
people
don't.
on Instagram were like, "I'll just do a solid." It was the scale was different. So Alex was like an 8, got to have or a 7 at least there.
Oh, makes
which
me-
is
no, when they
doable.
start going
It's
when they start
doable,
going
but
black on the
not ideal
stalk
for
bit
me.
and the end, then I'm a bit like that's banana bread territory now.
I can't even
Smoothies.
I can't even see the difference between some of them sometimes. I just see
Where's
yeah.
the disgusting one?
I don't see colour. See.
You sure you can touch
I just
I do. I see that the fact that that's definitely different.
I didn't even spot
You
that the
see
stalks were different colours on that.
There's still a
that's
bit of yellow on it.
Yeah, but it's definitely not a 9, is it?
You know when it's getting out is when it starts to peel itself when the lines start coming through.
Oh man.
There's oh here you go. Just feel it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's gonna be like baby food.
It's
I
That's
think
the
we should
worst.
still do the roulette.
no, can't.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm
Right,
down
as long
for
as
it.
I don't win.
I think
No,
we
you've
should
got to
do it.
If
Go
we
on
do
then.
it, you've got to.
I think it's good
Okay,
content.
right,
What's the
so-
roulette? Shall I put this down?
Yeah,
Put
let
it
me get
behind.
rid.
Yeah.
So
Banana
24
graph.
divided by 4 What we got? We got.
Oh, I thought we were just picking a
So,
random number.
the roulette. You basically pick a number on the wheel. I don't know if you can even see it on here.
Can you not see it on my one?
No, look, wait, can you take that away?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the wheel. So you need to pick a number, all of us, we pick a number. And obviously if we pick the same one, then you need to, someone needs to re-choose.
I'll go for
And-
number 7.
When you spin it, whatever it lands on, the closest person to that number has to eat the banana. This banana.
Not all of it, but just take a bite out
No,
of
we'll
it.
see you all. Come on, if we're going to do it, commit.
All right.
Don't be a wimp. Don't let the gay
all
guy
right.
be the one that's saying
I
don't be a
choose
wimp.
number 9. That's my
Mine's
favourite
17.
How
unlucky
many numbers
number.
on there?
20,
Whoa.
24.
24. Oh, I'll go for 23 then, because that's my lucky number.
Mine's 17.
Okay.
Can I do the?
What are you, Lloyd?
Can I do the
7.
spin?
7. What
Or
are
are
you?
you all doing it?
9. Have
Right.
it at the camera.
Joey,
evidence.
you're the guest. You can do the spin.
I really want to do it because I've always wanted to do
Like,
the
so
Wheel
there's a
of
little
Fortune.
twisty
so
in the
nervous.
middle that you can do. If you,
What, this?
Or you can
Uh,
just
so-
spin it that way.
Yeah, we'll like that.
Ready?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good spin.
I'm so scared.
Gonna win a car.
Oh no.
Oh,
gonna
it's
be
past
me.
me. 12.
That's
is the
me.
number. Who's the
Wait,
closest?
What are
What are
you?
you, 17?
You're 9.
What are you?
What are you?
I'm 17.
You're 3 away.
I get to eat it.
Oh, you got to eat the whole lot as well. Oh, that was
Can I get a plate?
You probably need one. It will turn into gruel. as soon
Dude, it's
as
gonna
you open
taste. Just think, it's gonna be like banana puree bliss.
Get a
told.
tissue as well.
it. And a bowl as well. Like
would
a
have eaten
like
the
a
whole lot of
sick
that.
bowl.
All in one.
Oh my god. No, you wouldn't.
I would have gone. Licked it out.
Well, if
It would
Emery
have
throws this up,
dissolved.
you've got to eat Emery's puke.
Why? Would it taste
Banana puke. That's
Nah,
great.
it won't taste bad.
No,
it'll
it'll just be really sugary. It's gonna be really sweet.
fit for a diabetic?
It's natural
Yeah.
sugars. That's all right, though, isn't it? If you need any help, I'm here.
Right. Banana him. As
Okay.
in,
You
gonna
don't know
put the
how
mic
happy
down.
I am that that isn't me.
So how long has that been sitting out?
This is from my house. So my mum probably went shopping 4 months ago.
it was there when it was built.
Yeah. A while.
This is a delicacy in some countries. They like them to go.
It might just pour out.
You might
It
need a teaspoon.
Wait.
Oh,
that is
Emery,
beautiful,
wait.
dude.
We need that on camera.
Well, it's not
Hold on.
black
Wait,
inside.
wait,
No,
wait.
that is like caramelised. That
Oh
is-
my god.
that is caramel, dude. It's gonna be lovely,
Oh my god. Get away, get away. Hold on.
dude. It's gonna be beautiful.
Doesn't smell like banana. Ah. Does
No,
it?
it's gonna be smell really sugary and sweet. It's gonna be caramelised beaut.
Are we ready?
No, it's gonna taste nice.
Must taste like banana.
Oh
It'll
my
be like
God.
almost like an intense banana flavour.
Oh. Right.
It tastes. I get like 20% banana.
What's the rest?
Sugar.
Uncomfortable.
The rest is uncomfortable.
The rest is pain.
20%
80%.
banana.
Texture goes a long way for me.
Oh, right.
That's disgusting.
So,
Let me try it.
No! No, you're not going anywhere near that with me.
so the mouth feel.
Oh my god, Joey, you just touched it.
It's not.
Oh, the smell is a bit.
I cannot go
Got no
over that.
banana taste to it, really.
Does it
20%.
taste like banana?
Do you get what I mean by 80% uncomfortable? I took a bigger bite.
No, I quite like it.
Oh. You don't understand how much I resent that banana.
No, I think it's once you get past the initial taste, it's very, it's potassium-y. That's what it is. There's a lot of potassium. Bananas have a lot of potassium in
Yeah, I
them.
know.
I
That.
apologise.
Just try it. Ain't that bad?
I'm
Go on,
not
I dare
fucking
you.
touching
I dare
it,
you. Come
no.
on, I've done it. I didn't
No.
even do the thing.
You eat these.
That is an uncomfortable.
I feel like if Ellie even touches the
The
inside,
smell of it. It's
she'll
dis-
cry.
Yeah.
I like the aftertaste.
It's disgusting.
Is it acidic?
No, it's just very sugary, very sweet banana. It's almost like a.
If you try it, I'll try it.
I think it's got the taste of. It's got the taste of a McDonald's banana milkshake mixed with a little bit of a metally taste to
Do
it.
not put me off McDonald's milkshakes, please. That's
Come on, I did it.
I love it.
Don't be a wimp.
Oh my god, you're
the
not
fact
doing
that
it.
So
why
you've gotta
did
do
I
it, 'cause you've
fail
already put
the
it in, we've
roulette?
got it recorded.
Everyone's gonna do it.
Recorded.
Recorded. Recorded. It's not as bad as you
You
think.
didn't just do that.
Honestly, is it? It's not as bad as you think it is.
Yeah. You
I
know what
took-
it tastes like?
Oh,
It tastes like just the peel bit. You know the bit that you have on it? The stringy bits.
Oh.
It tastes like
Yeah,
just
it does
the
taste
just
of
the
the
stringy
stringy
bits.
bits.
That's all it tastes like.
You'll probably like it because
just
it's
get
lost
like
the banana flavour,
finger
like.
scoop. Don't even
Ugh.
break it
No,
off.
don't be nice. We took
She
an
will
inch.
vomit.
She will vomit on camera and it'll be great. It'll get us loads of likes and it might go viral.
Literally just said, if you do it, I'll do it. So
I didn't think you'd do
And
it.
you have to do what we did, which was a bite like
Oh,
that.
fuck off. No, I'm not
You're
doing
not doing
that.
like a little smidgen wimp thing. Come
I actually
on.
don't know
Can
if
I
I can
edit?
do
Yes,
that.
you can. I did it.
It's not going to be as bad. I took like a bigger bite, so it was in my mouth longer. That's like one swallow.
Can I have some of your water afterwards?
there's water outside as well.
Yeah, but
Oh, but you need it immediately afterwards.
well, I
Do you
don't
know what
want
it
to.
actually tastes like
Go on.
when you I don't know if you do this, but you know
You'll
when
be
you heat
fine.
on the barbecue
I don't want to do it.
Right.
with a
It
banana.
might get over your feet.
It
Right.
tastes similar to that, but cold
Okay.
version.
Maybe
Oh,
you'll
right,
go
right,
from
right.
like
Tastes like a
you,
barbecue.
you might go
banana.
from like
Yeah,
a
yeah, I know
3
what you
to
mean,
like
like
a
a fritter.
4.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck barbecues bananas?
No, you could put whole bananas on the barbecue and they heat them up, and then you
as
can put chocolate
dessert.
Nutella in them.
It's very cheap dessert.
Yeah, but that's exactly
And I
what I
do
don't
sliced
If
eat.
you
banana.
only have barbecues.
I
as
do
well.
sliced banana, and then I mix it in pancake batter, and then I fry
I'll
them.
mix it with red wine and then it'll be alright.
No, it'd be
That's
gross.
going to make it so much worse.
That'd be even worse.
No,
That'd be
no,
worse.
no, no,
Trust
no.
me.
You're
Just
just
eat
doing
the banana.
Don't do that.
I'm just gonna scoop.
Oh, you're
I'm not
making it-
touching it.
Oh, you're scooping
Don't
it
remember
with
that.
it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh my
Okay,
god, you don't understand.
That
Oh
ain't
my
even
God.
nothing.
That's fine. You got it.
I've phlegmed up worse on a cold.
Oh, God.
Joey!
Enjoy, because that's what it reminded me of a bit. When you swallow it, it's like when you go.
No, I actually don't know if I can
No,
do
you
that.
go, you go. No, you can't. It's
get-
not. You've got to walk through Southend naked while I've got a bell going. Shame, banana. Shame,
Shake
banana.
banana.
You watch Game of Thrones.
I don't know if I can do that, genuinely.
Okay,
Yes, you can. Just get your tongue out. Take it all in. I thought you had guts. I'm really disappointed in you.
No.
Especially that you're literally being a stereotype of what
Yeah.
men think of
Oh,
women. That's
no,
just
exactly.
such a shame. You're a
I'm
gender
disappointed.
traitor.
I won't be able to show Poppy this. She'll be really disappointed.
You're a gender traitor to
This
women.
is like severe peer pressure.
Isn't it?
Do it.
I don't want to do it.
Do it.
Oh, I don't want to touch
You
it.
don't have
You
to
can
do
put it
it.
in my mouth.
What?
I've never had COVID, so you're fine. do you want me to put it in your mouth? You're going to have to lean back.
That's the worst idea of doing it. And
It is-
also,
it is weird.
that's
Joey.
what she said as well.
She was like, yeah, I wouldn't eat that unless there's a fetish kink involved in it, where someone has to feed me.
I just don't want to touch
Do you know what?
it.
Me feeding you, there's
I do not
people that
wanna
pay
touch
people
that.
money for that.
Yeah.
Watching people
Last
feed
week
each
it
other.
was your feet. This week, it's...
Right, why don't you just lick it out?
Yeah, just turn the cup upside down
I
and
can't
just
watch.
lick it.
Look, just get your tongue
It's
out,
ice cream.
go round the rim
don't
with your
wanna
tongue,
touch it.
rim it.
What?
Rim it, take the whole lot.
You got it.
Welcome to the Peer
You
Pressure
can't spit it out, you've got to swallow
You got
it.
it, you
If
got
you
it,
spit
you
it out,
got
you've
it.
got to do it all again.
You-
No, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm not 12.
Seriously.
So like the cops.
What
What
is...
happened?
You just freaked out.
Probably all them
There's
fruit.
not something in your hair.
There was something in my hair.
Or was it a
It
fly?
was probably fruit flies that laid eggs in
I'm
that
not
banana.
okay. I don't-
All those fruit flies that
Don't
laid eggs.
do it if you don't want to do it. Just put the glass down.
No, she's gonna do.
Don't throw the glass. That's all
I
I'm
know
saying.
you work with her, but I don't.
I'm my own HR.
Do the 3, 2, 1 rule.
Have
Wait.
your water, please.
Yeah, just don't.
But
throw
you
it
have
at
to
me.
chew it for a bit before you start drinking the water. I'm by the rules.
You got it, man.
I really don't want to do this. Like, I'm
I'm
still
sure
not
you've
even
swallowed
close.
worse, babe.
You can do it.
Put
I'm
it
not
in.
even close.
Just put it in.
For fuck's sake.
Put it in.
This is gonna
So
be
glad
me.
my dad doesn't have social media. Like, I don't want to do it. I really don't.
3, 2, 1, gone.
I didn't even think about it. I just did it.
Because you want
Yeah.
I'm just a hero. Do
3,
it.
2, 1, go.
to.
There's tissue if you want to
Here we
spit
go.
it out.
Go. Just go. Go. You can do it. That's it.
Yes.
Witchetty grub.
It's just gonna sit in her mouth now.
Think of all them fruit flies that laid eggs in that. That's what just...
You're awful.
You gobbed it
I'm
out.
not meant to chew that.
She gobbed it out.
No.
She's definitely a
Doesn't taste
spitter.
It doesn't taste so bad, to be fair.
I told you it didn't taste that bad. It's
Right.
like baby food.
That was enough.
Can we just say how much a hero I am? That I was the first one to go, yeah, I'll try it.
Well, you were. Well done for coaching her through that
Dude,
as
I'm
well.
a survivalist. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be eating
Well,
like radioactive cats.
exactly,
No, I'm
that's
not,
the thing.
'cause I don't want to
Right.
get cancer.
You have
Can
to,
I have some of
yeah,
yours?
like challenge yourself.
Yeah.
If you're a true survivalist, then
Oh my
you got to try
God.
these
Thing
things.
is, I don't even eat meat.
That's true as well.
But if I was in a zombie apocalypse, I would.
yeah. Because
Or-
nobody's gonna sit there judging you. Are
Well, there's
they?
not going to be that
You'll
many
be like, I'm
cows
survi-
and stuff
I'm
being
alive.
killed, are there? Except for by zombies.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So you can be like, oh, the world's
Yeah.
a bit
The
better.
world would go back to being climate. There'd be no climate change issues. It'd
I'm
be
having a
great.
Red Bull at like 6 p.m. Just
Oh,
get rid
do
of that.
zombies eat animals?
Yeah.
They do, don't they? So
Yeah, they'll eat.
So like the ones that are left over, there'll be one zombie who's looking after the field.
They'll be
just be
just
like,
eating them all straight away, leaving all their carcasses.
"Ugh."
But they won't turn.
No. What was this?
And I haven't eaten this morning.
Right, we have to do the task now.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. So okay. Little question before we do the task.
Well, that wasn't the task.
That wasn't the task.
Oh, great.
I
I
know.
love
It's a
it.
task for you.
That was the banana graph. Well done, everyone, for getting through that. If you're still with us.
The next is
That
the
was my
dildo
idea. I'm never
graph.
doing that.
So talk us through your styling process.
Okay.
Yep. Give us a brief summary, and then we're gonna task you up.
What is in what I do?
Yeah. Like
So-
someone says to you, you've got carte blanche to style Kate Blanchett.
Oh, I love Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
So,
Look at these people.
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett, you don't. She did
Instead of a
Hiccup's
king, you will
mum
have a
in How
queen.
to Train Your Dragon.
Lord of the Rings.
I think.
No, I'm
Galadriel.
Yeah.
I've no idea what
Instead
you're
of a
talking about.
king, you will have a queen.
You
Yeah.
just said 10 words I just don't
Yeah.
understand.
Well, it's Lord of the Rings. Of course, I'm going to be into that. I'm gay. Lord
of
of the Rings.
Oh.
Oh, and I'm a top.
Great.
Right. So
So,
Back to your process.
So my process is, so first of all, I'll come up with a narrative or an idea of what the theme's going to be.
right. What do you need to know from these
It
people?
depends. See, it depends. So if it's a client that's hiring me, they might, a magazine, say, for example, they might turn around, there is a fruit fly in here for
I
that
think it's from
banana.
that banana.
So, yeah, say for instance a magazine, they'll send me the brief of what they want to do. Say for instance they'll say, oh, beachwear, sportswear, or
Right.
colour, and then I will design a mood board, and then I'll start researching into. So I'll send the mood board to PR companies or brands, and then I'll start looking, and then I'll email brands and things and be like, right, okay, I need stuff that's like this on the mood board.
Right. What if? Do you ever get a job where someone gets you in and you don't know what it is, and they're like, "Here's a bunch of stuff. Can you style them?"
Yeah, I can style anything out of anything.
What do you mean?
I can style any.
yeah.
So like, I've been on photo shoots where a photographer's paid and hired me to do a photo shoot, and they've hired me for a certain amount of time, and we finished 2 hours early, and they're like, "Have you got anything else?" And I'm like, "No, but I can make something." So I'll make something out of bin bags or tape, anything.
Wow.
I'm a designer as well, you know. I can make
Do
anything.
we have a task? For
Oh, I
you,
can't wait.
Joey? Right.
Do you know I broke a world record for the quickest design, quickest outfit ever made
How many?
on stage?
How long?
2
was
minutes. It was 2 minutes at the time. It's been beaten now.
that? Ooh.
But I did 2 minutes
Might
on
have to
stage at
change
Essex
the
Fashion
time.
Week.
Well, our task.
Yeah, we're going to have to change the time
We
we
may
set.
have to change the time, but no, I want to give because of layers and stuff. I think.
No, it's too long.
Yeah, too long.
3
3 minutes. 3
3
minutes.
minutes.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so
You're
the
going to
task.
use the Benny Hill music and speed it up.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Right, so the task is we're going to go outside. Mm-hmm. We're going to give you 3 items. Da-da-da. They are here. I have to get round. Too wide to get them right. Da-da-da. And we've got. I'll get back in view.
We really got to make this easy. I was getting in and out.
No.
Should have put it under the table.
Oh, it's gone really kinky.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah!
So using blue roll mainly, I guess,
Yep.
with a little dash of bungee cord.
Yep.
You can cut it if you want. I'm not too attached to it
Okay.
yet. And sellotape.
I think
you
he
have
should-
to style me.
I think you should
You're gonna
choose
give me
who
minutes.
to style, but
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
I would prefer women's wear
Right.
only because I've got more options. And I've got an idea in my head already.
Okay. Ellie, you up for that?
You just set yourself up.
brilliant.
realised that I
So
wasn't
glad.
doing the mic.
I was actually going for EMRE because, yeah, but.
I was
fine.
miles away from the mic. Let me just reintroduce
still do
that.
Yeah, because to do a menswear look, it's going to be hard
Style
to do a
me.
full outfit where I can do one
Yeah.
on...
I know where that
Yeah.
clip
Okay,
is.
right. So,
144.
bungee rope, sellotape, and blue roll. We're going to get you to style someone.
Okay.
3 minutes, we're going to give you.
Yep.
And we're going to go outside to the psych. We're going
Okay.
to film the whole thing.
Okay.
And it'll be sped up to Benny Hill music. Just as you request.
Yep.
Remember, you're attached to
Yeah, I'm going to
the
detach
floor.
you. See you outside.
Are you relieved that it's not you?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you put that down your cleavage?
No, it's got to top.
You can do it the reverse way around if you want to. Yeah.
That's it. Right.
This is hell.
Who's going to time it?
Okay, I will set a 3-minute timer on Echo, and then we'll just time and give you 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 30 seconds. What do you want?
We can start
Countdown.
in 5 seconds if you want, because
Okay,
that'll be
go.
28. 3, 2, 1,
Echo,
go.
set 3-minute timer.
You do it.
There'll be air pressure from the toilet.
This is a strange sensation.
You shall go into the wall.
Oh my god. Mike's come off.
Mike's come on.
Oh my god.
He's holding it, he's holding it. My hand's caught under it.
I'm going to. But I don't want anything from the back.
We did say 5 minutes originally.
We did say 5 minutes.
There we go.
You guys should get a picture of Joey's face. It's very intense right now. You got a white eyelash.
Alright.
We're going up to 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you've just reached 3 minutes.
How's it going, Joey? Talk us through the process.
So I'm just thinking 80s pretty dress.
Okay.
Mm,
What are you going to do with your
honest.
harness? Ruffles! He's good.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 5 minutes.
Hey. Ta-da. Little twirl.
The arse is hanging out.
Smashed it.
If I'd had 10 minutes, that would have been a beautiful dress.
Go. Joey, very well done.
I'm out of breath after that.
Yeah. We're impressed.
I'm impressed.
Amazing.
If I
If I had a bit more time, I was
Really,
good.
it doesn't look too different to what I imagined. However,
See, I imagine
it's
you
done
doing
really
that.
well and done so quickly.
Please tell me you guys were filming, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
I would have done
So
a
we've
bit
got
more
extra embellishments.
of a play on this, and then hide that. I didn't want to cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall I do a catwalk now?
Yep. Right.
My first debut. Oh,
Your first walk.
pulled all my new hair growth out,
Oh.
Joey.
I'm sweating.
Okay. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah, man. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's actually kind of cute.
I know, it's 5 minutes. If I had more time, I'd have added more of the ruffles. I wanted it to be bigger.
It's Molly May, pretty little thing.
Yeah, it looks
Well,
like what you would get.
Very,
Yeah.
very fast fashion, very cheap.
See, like, if I...
materials.
It's actually not bad. How have you done that?
Look,
I
if
think
this
we're gonna
all...
go like headbands just to use
No,
it.
because I was going to have this around, and I was going to...
I think you've got like a...
Yeah, I liked that little the ruffle detail thing.
Yeah, I would like to have another 3 or 4 layers. I wanted it to be
That's-
out.
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent, yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the back.
Right, well done. What we're going to do is we're going to go back in, and then we're going to be like, if you want to see what all this is about.
Yeah. To be honest, it looks like some of the students put together when I've taught them. So
Joe, thanks for having us. Having us? You
I was
had
going to
us?
say.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. That's fine. Now you can leave.
You can leave now.
You just sold me your whole business
Yeah.
in a contract.
It's yours now.
That's it.
Like an Ursula.
Yeah, I was thinking
wanna
of
try and
Ursula.
burst
I was
him.
literally thinking like, it just doesn't cost much, just your studio.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost much, just your studio.
We've covered
everything.
We've covered
So
everything
many
today. We've covered
The end of
dirty,
the world,
dirty
the
bananas.
start of the world, the new world, your book,
Bananas,
bananas.
trans rights.
Mm.
We spoke about equality. We spoke about film. We've done everything. Honestly, what a
Survivalism.
great survivalism. Thank you.
Most importantly, bananas.
Banana. Banana.
Yeah, so thanks for coming along. It's been amazing. And also, our
I told
first
you I could pop it.
proper guest.
Am I your first?
You're our
Yep.
first proper
Oh, I
guest.
feel really honoured.
Yeah.
I do feel like I'm part
we
of the
knew
crew.
we knew it'd be a good episode with you.
It'd
so
be
that'd
fun. It was fun. I had such a good time. Really good. It's always nice when you have sort of things because it gets boring when you do podcasts and it's the same old stuff. But this was like the first time I really just felt like I was chatting with friends. So
Yeah.
squish, squish.
Squish, squish. I like that.
Squish,
That's
squish.
good. Cool, mic drop.